7:05 right here on today's Hit Music. It's Q92. Good morning, everybody. 7 o'clock hour. I am here. You're here. Lauren's here. Jake's here. It's Friday, March 1st. Welcome to it. First day of March. And it arrives by giving us a weekend. How great is that? 330-450-9292 is our phone number. Our text line, 330-269-9292. If you're listening, you're thinking, oh my God, Christian's dying. No, I actually feel fine. It is my voice. It is leaving me. And trying to keep it as long as I can.
He looks good, though. Like
fine.
He's totally fine.
No cold, no flu. Just the voice is not doing well this week. I don't know if it was doing the show and doing all the basketball games.
I think it's that. I also think it's weather. I do. I think the weather, this up and down is not good for the sinuses.
Yeah. So, I mean, again, don't feel sick. I'm sure people here won't believe me in the building today. But I'm not burning a sick day if I ain't sick. I only got so many.
Yeah, you don't sound bad. Like, you sound bad. You know what I mean? But
you
don't.
Yeah.
It's not like I don't hear you congested and all that kind
Don't
of stuff.
feel like I sound. There's no tissues laying around. No cough drops laying around. I got some just for my throat.
No, they need to worry about me.
We're going to hide our sick stuff here. You get kicked out of the building by a bouncer if you get caught sniffling in this building.
Learned this from my grandmother. I stick my tissues up my sleeve.
Well, the suits yesterday, they're like, hey, man, what's up with your voice? I was like, it's just my voice.
Really? I didn't even notice it yesterday.
Yeah. It got worse after the show.
After
the show, it started to get a little worse.
I was going to say, I didn't really talk to you after the show that much.
I could feel it. Like, oh, my voice is leaving.
Yeah.
And I gave you guys a heads up last night. I texted everybody. I was like, listen, voice doesn't sound good. Because I didn't know if this was like, you know, like that day before you get sick where you're like, something's happening.
Yeah.
Then you wake up the next day and it's hell.
Well, I got that text and I was like, oh my God, we have a busy show tomorrow.
So I woke up. I was like, I'm fine.
Like, praying before bed. I'm like, please let me feel better tomorrow.
I just sound raspy. That's all. We're good. Text line, emo music lover checking in. Hello there. Happy Friday, early risers. I'm so late. Have a great weekend. Your profi friend.
Good morning.
Shout out to my buddy Shane from Cub Services. Shane, you got a shout out, buddy. Happy Friday, everyone. Medical billing girl checking in. Hope everyone at work. Everyone's work day is a fast one. The weekend feels long. I hope so, too.
You guys, I can't even believe I'm going to say this, but it is March 1st. It is going to be a beautiful weather weekend.
Awesome. Happy Friday, early risers. Have a great day. The DD driver. Happy Friday, everybody. Lumber guy checking in. Good morning, guys. White van guy and son of white van guy checking in. On our way to school. It's such a great feeling when you wake up on a Friday to get ready for work and have no work on you and then realize that you took a personal day. Happy Friday, y'all. Nice. You forgot you did? Good morning, Christian. Sounds like you need some chicken noodle soup. You know what's funny? My wonderful fiance, Jamie, made chicken noodle soup yesterday to help my throat and my voice. It was delicious.
Nice. Did you stop at Dunk's, by the way, for your hot chocolate?
I did.
Okay.
I did. I picked it up around 4:35, and I was able to drink it around 5:05. That's when I was able to first put it to my lips.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. I swear to you, Dunkin' Donuts has the best tasting hot chocolate in the world. I don't drink coffee or tea for my throat. I know hot chocolate's not the best. Like, oh, you're going to get more phlegm. I'm not sick.
Right.
I just wanted something warm on the back of my throat.
Warm up those vocal cords.
There you go. So I went and got hot chocolate. The thing about it's a double-edged sword at Dunkin'. It is the best tasting hot chocolate ever. But if you dare take a sip of that thing when they hand it to you, your insides will melt.
That and you'll not taste anything for 3 days because it'll scorch all of your taste buds.
It was a chill on the cigarettes, Christian. LOL. Yeah.
I know, it does kind of sound like that.
It's like Wolfman Jack. He's an old radio DJ, had a very raspy voice. Ever hear Wolfman Jack?
No. I've heard the term, but I have no idea what it's from.
He was like a famous DJ from like, I don't know, the 60s or 70s, and he had like a very raspy, like,
It was on WKRP in Cincinnati.
There was probably something modeled
after that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he was known as Wolfman Jack.
Got you.
And he was very famous. There's a lot of famous national ones. Like he was known around the country, not just like local.
National, Casey Kasem.
Casey Kasem. There's one. Howard Stern.
Yeah.
He did all right.
Yep.
Did okay.
So.
You could say he made a few bucks in radio.
Right.
Made a few bucks. So what do we got for you today? This hour, Nora Jones tickets. Be listening for that. 7 o'clock hour, 8 o'clock hour. Free Advice Friday. Maddie Zorakowski from Hall of Fame Bill should be joining us a little early at a different time slot today. She's going to be joining us around 1:45.
Yeah, she's going to be with us around 8:45 today because we have a special guest in the 9 o'clock hour to talk about Saber Stark. It's restaurant month, friends.
Kicking off today.
Yes, it is.
We're going to talk about that as well. And then we're going to play a little nostalgia game with you guys this hour as well.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead.
No,
I thought you were like signaling like you had something.
No,
to say.
I was just gonna say, like, I'm so impressed. There's 34 restaurants participating for Restaurant Month.
Restaurant Month is a really cool thing, and it's been growing and growing. And it was funny because our one of our salespeople, Mark, that's been helping put this together for us.
Yeah.
We get the emails where it keeps growing and growing, and more restaurants want to be a part of it. More restaurants want to be a part of it. So really cool thing. If you're like, well, what is Restaurant Month? We're gonna tell you all about it today, and might even hook you guys up with something this morning. So yeah, so be listening. We're with you. It's Friday. It's March 1st. We're out of February. Let's go, everybody. It's Taylor Swift. Is it over now? It's Q92. Fall asleep to the ID channel every night. At home, I have a fan on in pitch black, but if I go anywhere and stay at a hotel or a friend's house, I go to YouTube, put on white noise, or go to Spotify and put on an airplane sound.
They have apps too. Like I have one that sounds like a fan on my.
Yeah, that one Calm, the app.
Oh
Calm.
yeah, I have that. Well, for a while I had a paid subscription.
You have to pay.
You get some things free. It's better to pay though.
I fall asleep to the sweet sounds of Judge Judy. Someone says
there
on the
you
text
go.
line.
Justice.
See on YouTube. I just I now fall asleep to Bluey because of my 2-year-old.
Yeah.
That's fair. I use the small air filter system in my room. Does that make enough noise to fall asleep?
I mean, it really just has to be that low something.
Yeah, no, like I said, give me a war movie.
And me, cops.
And I'm going to be good to go. So we'll see. Great doctor. Love. Fun thing. He's from Canfield.
Mm-hmm.
Married a Jackson girl.
Get out of town.
We were making small talk at the front desk, and he was saying, and I was like, "You got yourself a Jackson girl?"
Good
He's
for
like,
you.
You know about Jackson? I go, "Do I know about Jackson?" Got you a polar bear wife, huh?
Yeah,
real nice girl, pretty. Well done.
Yeah.
Well done. Well, you're a doctor, so I mean,
right. I mean, you kind of put that there.
This is Olga. No,
it increases your audience selection.
Yeah. The more higher on the tax bracket, the more likely you are to attract the opposite sex.
Yeah,
Either
probably.
way, like I said, I root for Jamie every day. I'm like 2 promotions, maybe 1 more promotion away from being a stay-at-home dad.
She better slow her roll.
I'm telling you, she just got this one. But I mean,
know.
I'm like, come on. I will gladly take that damn kid to school every day. Gladly. It's a dream. Put on Sports Center and
I hear what you're saying.
Do laundry while I'm listening to sports talk. Mop the floors. It'll be Danny Tanner Central when you come to my house.
You know what? I hear what you're saying, and I think it's a wonderful dream. However, I will caution you because I have a friend whose husband did that and got very burnt out very quick. He was very lonely. 3.
So we had to get 3 kids up every day, 3 kids to school.
Yes, and they did it on the heels of having their 3rd child. Like they had the other 2.
Oh my God! So we had a newborn.
Ish. When she went back to work, she took extra time off. So I think when she went back to work, the youngest was around 5 months.
You can't leave a 5-month-old. I can't leave a 7-month-old unattended forever.
Well, I understand that, but they're also not mobile either. So you can still do what you need to do and have them there in their bouncer or their swing or
so close. It's crazy. He's so close.
Yeah.
I think he'll be crawling back.
Is he doing the rock? Where he's like, I want to go.
No, I
want to go. I don't know how.
And he can turn himself around 360. Like he can totally turn himself around, but he still just can't. And I know when he figures it out, he's gone.
Oh, yeah, it won't be long.
He's just gone.
Yep. And usually once they become mobile, they don't want to be held very often.
Well, I like holding them, so you're tough luck. I like holding my kids.
I knew that. That's why I brought that up. I was just trying to prepare you for the fact that once they're mobile, they're like, let me down.
Love it, love it, love it. I did get yelled at a few times for being too loud during the Bears game last night.
Well, if he was asleep, everybody wanted to sleep.
At one point, she was like, do it again. It's like, watch it in the living room. It's like,
wow.
All right. Saturday we went out. We took the kids swimming at his grandfather's.
Oh, that's
Jamie's,
fine.
her father's. We went over there and we swam.
Yeah.
Did that. Then, unfortunately, we tried to eat food afterwards. And I had 2 consecutive awful ordering experiences.
So, like you DoorDash?
Where I went. No,
okay.
We tried to go. It was, first of all, it was weird to begin with. Watch the time. Okay. It was weird to begin with because I suggested after swimming, hey, why don't we all just go get someone little? I don't want to go to like an expensive
right.
somewhere. I don't care if it's fast food or just a place that's quick, not that expensive. Let's just grab a bite while we're out. I was like, yeah. And then somehow we end up going to Mexican, which if you know me at all, you know I can't stand Mexican food.
I love it.
As far Mexican food as I go is Chipotle. So the whole time we're driving, I'm like, if this was my idea.
And it got hijacked.
And somehow we're going to a place where everyone knows I won't like any of the food. But I'm thinking there's got to be something, right? Got to be something.
No.
Maybe they have an American menu or some stuff. I know Don Poncho's has actually an awesome American menu.
Yeah, their fries are so good.
Burger, fry, the grilled cheese. It's awesome. This place did not.
Okay.
So I decided, I was thinking, okay, I like Chipotle. What if I get a burrito? And I'm just very specific to the man. And I say, I just want steak and rice.
Yeah, simple.
Seems like, okay, that might work.
Right?
That might work. I didn't take into account that I was in an authentic Mexican restaurant. So I explained this to the gentleman, and he nodded many times.
I got it.
I said, just, burrito, just steak and rice. You don't want this. I don't want that. You don't want this. I don't want that. Do you want this? I don't want that. I thought I just said I wanted just steak and rice. In my head, I said this. I'm like, I thought I made this pretty clear.
I was going to say, did you say this to the waiter?
I said
because that
steak,
doesn't sound like
and he just kept questioning other things that, like, I said I didn't want on it.
Right.
And I spent
he was making sure
a good couple minutes going, no, just steak and rice. Just steak and rice. Do you want tomatoes? Just steak and rice. Do you want this? Just steak and rice. And somehow that wasn't working. So it comes out.
And it wasn't steak and rice.
First of all, my own fault. I probably expected to see something looking like a Chipotle burrito. And it came out like this very loosely wrapped, I guess, burrito, if you will. Now, first of all, there was cheese on the side and cheese drizzle.
Q92. All right, temps warming up today. 52 degrees for your Friday high with clouds on the increase during the day. Overnight scattered rain showers beginning this evening, lingering into Saturday morning. Our low tonight near 40. I am Mark J. Weather from News 5.
Couple dies sightseeing in helicopter crash. Because the helicopter, it's not like you glide down if there's a problem. You just sort of drop down.
I mean, if it makes you feel any better, it goes a large portion of the tour over the ocean. So at least you're going to be hitting
Yeah, I think I'll be all right. What you do is you open the door.
Oh, here we go again, MacGyver.
Listen, and when you're about 10 feet from the water, that's when you jump. Listen, Christian survival tips. I'm telling you.
Listen,
if
guys.
If the chopper's going down, you got to open the door. And right about maybe 10 feet. Now, listen, you got to time it.
You'd be crapping your pants.
No,
There's no way you would think that.
You got to have your head on a swivel.
Oh.
And what you do is.
Is that what it is? Yeah. It doesn't surprise me at all. I've seen you move. That your head is just on such a swivel.
I'm like a ninja when I have to be. But you time it right. You open up around because you don't want to be too high because you'll hurt yourself if you're too high.
Yeah.
So you got to wait. And it's tough to wait. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm not saying it's easily done.
How do you jump away from the helicopter debris that's going to be hitting the water?
Well, it's coming down straight, right? So you got to jump out.
Way out.
You got to jump out.
I see. Do you have any tips for
jump out and then
achieving that?
You jump out and you want to go.
Oh, okay.
You want to go in?
He just did a pencil.
Is it Q92? We're about 8 minutes away from Look at Sports. Also this hour, Nora Jones tickets to give away. Good morning, everybody. Christian, Lauren, Jake here with you on the radio, streaming at Q92radio.com. You guys can watch us on Facebook, YouTube, and on X. Just go over there. Click the like, interact with us in the comments. We just like to talk to you. We love your interactions. Head over there and do that. Also, 8 o'clock hour, Free Advice Friday. Hall of Fame Village going to join us towards the end of the 8 o'clock hour. Because we're going to be talking in the 9 o'clock hour about Restaurant Month. Savor Stark Restaurant Month, which kicks off today. We're going to talk about that as things go on. But more thought here in the 7 o'clock hour Friday, we talk a little nostalgia, if you will, in a way. So, Cody Rhodes is my favorite wrestler. What do you want to talk about?
Well, okay, so.
Is that a sound? That's what he does. He comes in the ring and goes, so, whatever town they're in. Yes. Nebraska, Thompson, Nebraska.
Cool. Yeah. Make your button. Fun. Anyhow, no, I wanted to. Something came up last night. We got to talking like as a family, and I thought of something. If I could have it, there's two things that I thought of that I was like, if I could have it right now with that in front of me, like I would totally do that. I'm talking about like old products that we used to love that they no longer make, or like snacks or food or beverages, just things that we really loved that you literally cannot get anymore. And there was like so much that was coming up that I was like, oh my, like we forget about these things and we absolutely adored them. So, for example, so Victoria's Secret used to sell like a sampler pack of perfumes that you could get in the stores. And there was one, and I cannot remember the name of it, but it was like a light teal and it was very sweet, almost like a juniper breeze equivalent, Bath and Body Works, whatever perfume. Loved it. Gap had this little aerosol spray, and their perfume was called Heaven. Amazing. And then it reminded me about being able to mix your own fragrance oil at the Body Shop. Do you remember the Body Shop stores?
No.
You don't remember the Body Shop? Like, it literally just went out not that long ago. But the old school one, that was your OG Bath and Body Works, the Body Shop.
That's a cool statement.
It is. I think that anybody who grew up in the 90s would agree with that. Like, that was cool before Bath and Body Works came and just destroyed them. I mean, destroyed them. So my question to you guys was there anything from your youth or childhood or even early adulthood, whatever, like a product or an item or a snack, or because all kinds of things started coming up last night that I started thinking about that I hadn't thought about in years. And it blew my mind that these products and things that we used to love so much are no longer available, but we have completely forgotten about them. My question to you guys is, what would it be for you?
You would like to bring back?
Yeah.
Could it be a place?
Sure. Why not?
Geauga Lake.
Okay. All right.
I loved Geauga Lake when I was a kid. I had fun there every year with my family. It was a tradition. Mm-hmm. And I just feel like I feel like people Jake's age and younger would still like Geauga Lake if it was around. It would still go. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like it was just cool and it was close. Geauga Lake was the Big Dipper and the double loop and the corkscrew and Raging Wolf Pop, the wave. I could go on and on about the rides there and how fun it was to go there.
Yeah.
God, the closest one we have now is Cedar Point.
That's true.
We used to have one in Canton, Myers Lake.
Yes.
We used to have one in Youngstown, Idora Park, but those were before our time even.
Yeah.
But man, love to bring back Geauga Lake. I think people would, if it was true Geauga Lake, not those Six Flags, because I didn't even like that.
Yeah.
True Geauga Lake, I think people would go back like crazy. Bring back Geauga Lake.
Oh, that was
please.
a great one, I think. What about you, Jake?
The only thing I can think of is like fruit snacks. Like they still make them, but they're not the same. Like the white fruit snacks.
Yes, they're
and,
like
the old
the
recipes.
texture was like different too, so they were real soft.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
Those
Okay.
are they're still around, like the new ones and whatnot, but they're just not the same.
They were white?
There was
They were
only
like
one.
it was like a mystery in the pack. Like
Yeah.
you didn't really know what flavor it was.
Remember Dum Dums? They had the mystery Dum Dum sucker.
They still do.
You didn't know what it was?
Yeah, they still do.
Yeah, they
It's
still
fun.
make Dum Dums, yeah.
They do that too with oh my gosh, what is it? Jake, Airheads.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they do the mystery one, which actually sometimes that's the best. Like depending. For me, my favorite when I would do movies, I used to get. Do you remember Butterfinger BBs?
Yeah.
Can't
They
get
had,
those
they had
anymore.
Nestle Crunch ones too.
Oh, so good.
Yes, they do. Someone said on the text, cool and bright perfume by Victoria's Secret.
Okay.
Clear Pepsi. Oh, Clear Pepsi. I did that. Wow. Bath and Body Works Kids Line. Oh, the Kids Line? Body
Really?
Shop
I
is
didn't
still
know that.
open, someone said.
Is it really? See, we used to have one in Belden. Is it not? Is it still there? If it is, do they have I totally get mine to do it.
Honey, someone texted us, and before I thought of Geauga Lake, the first thing I thought of was Surge.
Oh, the pop.
But they brought it back, though, didn't they?
Okay, they did for a second, but I don't think it's still out there. Let me ask you a question. I don't think I ever tried it. Was it Mountain Dew?
No.
Oh, it did not taste
No,
like
I mean,
that.
it was adjacent, maybe,
Gotcha.
but it wasn't Mountain Dew.
Okay.
It was not Mountain Dew.
All right.
Closer to it's somewhere between a Mountain Dew and a Sprite,
Okay, so like a hybrid.
kind of.
Okay.
Someone said Discovery Zone.
I remember that. It's a babysat I took to a birthday party there. It was fun.
Do they still make? They said spelling. They're not sure. Bonica. Do you mean like
Banaka.
Banaka? Yeah.
They do actually.
Tim Biakabatuka?
Nope.
Football player. Michigan. Carolina Panthers.
Ah.
Well, I'd say strawberries and champagne from Victoria's Secret. Loved it. And Chi-Chi. Bring back Chi-Chi.
Well, I could go for some nachos.
Someone said the Body Shop is a swingers club on Cleveland Avenue.
Yes! 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 Yes!
Those Philadelphia cream cheesecake bars. Let's bring those back. I miss the drink vault.
I vaguely that's there. I don't recall exactly what that was though.
I keep these coming. Things aren't around anymore that you wish would come back. We'll get
Some of
back
these
to
are
them.
really good.
Sports coming up right after Jamie Foxx. It's Blame It. Q92. We'll see. Great doctor. Love. Fun thing. He's from Canfield.
Mhm.
Married a Jackson girl.
Get out of town.
We were making small talk at the front desk, and he was saying, and I was like, "You got yourself a Jackson girl?"
Good
He's
for
like,
you.
you know about Jackson?" I go, "Do I know about Jackson?" Got you a polar bear wife, huh?
Oh, yeah,
Real
there you
nice
go.
girl, pretty. Well done,
Yeah.
well done. Well, you're a doctor, so I mean,
Right. I mean, you kind of put that there.
this is Olga. No,
It increases your
Yeah.
audience selection.
Yeah. yeah. You're the more higher on the tax bracket, the more likely you are to attract the opposite sex.
Yeah,
Either
probably.
way, like I said, I root for Jamie every day. I'm like two promotions, maybe one more promotion away from being a stay-at-home dad.
She better slow her roll.
I'm telling you,
Fun.
she just got this one. But
I
I mean,
know.
I'm like, come on. I will gladly take that damn kid to school every day. Gladly. It's a dream.
Listen,
on Sports Center and
I hear what you're
do,
saying.
Do laundry while I'm listening to sports talk. Mop the floors. It'll be Danny Tanner Central when you come to my house.
You know what? I hear what you're saying, and I think it's a wonderful dream. However, I will caution you because I have a friend whose husband did that and got very burnt out very quick. He was very lonely. 3.
So we had to get 3 kids up every day, 3 kids to school.
Yes, and they did it on the heels of having their 3rd child. Like they had the other 2.
Oh my God! So we had a newborn.
Ish. When she went back to work, she took extra time off. So I think when she went back to work, the youngest was around 5 months.
You can't leave a 5-month-old. I can't leave a 7-month-old unattended forever.
Well, I understand that, but they're also not mobile either. So you can still do what you need to do and have them there in their bouncer or their swing or.
So close. It's crazy. He's so close.
Yeah.
I think he'll be crawling back.
Is he doing the rock? Where it's like, I want to go.
No, he scoots.
I want to go. I don't know how.
And he can turn himself around 360. Like he can totally turn himself around, but he still just can't. And I know when he figures it out, he's gone.
Oh, yeah, it won't be long.
He's just gone.
Yep. And usually once they become mobile, they don't want to be held very often.
Well, I like holding them, so you're tough luck. I like holding my kids.
I knew that. That's why I brought that up. I was just trying to prepare you for the fact that once they're mobile, they're like, let me down.
Love it, love it, love it. I did get yelled at a few times for being too loud during the Bears game last night.
Well, if he was asleep, everybody wanted to sleep.
At one point, she was like, do it again. It's like, watch it in the living room. It's like,
wow.
All right. And I'm sorry people are a-holes and run through an emergency scene. Good Lord.
Oh, maybe that is the problem.
Oh, someone says you're just a cold-hearted bee.
Maybe.
I
doubt it.
We played that this morning earlier.
Yeah.
You know who sings that song?
No.
Jet. Sings Cold Heart Bit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the group Jet.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense
Not
now.
to be confused with the group from the 80s, the Jets.
You've got it all.
Yeah. You just proved you're going through menopause knowing that song. You just confirmed it with that reference.
I love the Jets.
You're like Johnny and Marie Osmond, of course. Who's going through menopause?
Than you.
Who's going through menopause? Not me. Hey guys, remember Johnny Carson? Fall asleep to the ID channel every night. At home, I have a fan on in pitch black, but if I go anywhere and stay at a hotel or a friend's house, I go to YouTube, put on white noise, or go to Spotify and put on an airplane sound.
They have apps too. Like I have one that sounds like a fan on my.
Yeah, that one Calm, the app.
Oh
Calm.
Yeah, I have that. Well, for a while I had a paid
Pay?
subscription.
You get to pay.
You get some things free. It's better to pay though.
I fall asleep to the sweet sounds of Judge Judy. Someone says
there
on the
you
text
go.
line.
Justice.
See on YouTube. I just I now fall asleep to Bluey because of my 2-year-old.
Yeah,
that's fair. I use the small air filter system in my room. Does that make enough noise to fall asleep?
I mean, it really just has to be that low, something.
Yeah, no. Like I said, give me a war movie,
and me cops,
and I'm gonna be good to go. Listen,
yeah, you got any tips for that?
That one's a really tough one. You're in a pickle. You're in a pickle. I've already helped you survive a helicopter crash,
oh my God,
a car crash, and I've helped you survive an elevator crash. A parachute, I mean, it might be time to accept your fate. What I would do...
You really don't have it? Okay.
What I would do, and this is not going to be easy, depending on where you jumped out of the airplane, I would look for trees, okay? I would do research on what you can do to like make yourself go like a little bit like the Rocketeer, like go across.
Chest in the air, arms back.
You know what I mean? Look for a tree, and now you're going to have to time it perfect, and you're probably going to get a splinter.
You think?
You're going to want to...
You're going to get a tree branch up your rear end. You're going to be a human skewer.
Hey, it'll still stop you. So you're going to want to grab onto the tree as you hit it. You got to grab onto it all right, in hopes that stops your momentum. And if you grab it correctly, you'll be stuck on the tree till someone comes to survive you. Now, you'll probably be bruised. I guarantee you'll feel it tomorrow. But then even if you fall down the tree, as you fall down, grab branches to break the fall, break the momentum of your fall. All right? Now, if it's over water, doesn't open again, pencil. You know what I mean? But you might, the hit to the water could hurt.
What is wrong with you?
But that's what I would do. I would look to try to angle your body as you're falling, something with a tree to where you could try to grab on as you go by it to break that momentum. If nothing else, you might break the momentum and maybe be really hurt, but survive.
And your spine.
Sure. Sure. So there you go.
You too.
Let me see here. Oh, quick shout out to Jake. I've been catching myself saying, "Kay, love you, bye," when leaving social situations.
Oh, I just giggled. Did you hear his high-pitched little?
Yeah.
"Kay, love you, bye." Yeah. It happens every day around 9:55.
It does.
Got you today if you like. $7:37 still to come. We got Nora Jones tickets to give away. Be listening for that when you hear the cue to call. Be caller number 10, and you'll be going to see Nora Jones July 11th at Blossom Music Center, talking about things from back in the day you wish would come back. We mentioned some of ours. Even Jake threw in some of his with the fruit snacks. See what else you guys had to say. 3D Doritos on the text line.
Oh, those were really good. They were kind of like bugle-ish, if you will.
I like Bugles.
Me too. Yeah.
Laffy Taffy used to have their watermelon taffy that had watermelon seeds in them. They were the best. I would get the strawberry Laffy Taffy.
Oh, banana.
Juniper Breeze.
Yes.
Hashtag Bath and Body Works. Hashtag 90s.
Yeah. Cucumber melon, juniper breeze, and sweet pea. Those were really big when I was in high school.
Rolled Gold honey mustard pretzels for me. They don't make those? Someone said Red Dog beer.
Can I tell you, when I asked Tony this question last night, that was his exact answer. I'm like, really?
Never heard of that beer.
Red Dog? It had it was a black cap, and it literally had like a red dog's face on the front of it, like on the top of the cap. I mean, it was on the label too, but
yeah.
I just remember finding the bottle caps when we were first married. Like when he'd have friends over, they would get Red Dog.
Little Red Dog. That sounds like a manly thing to do. Grab some Red Dog and hang out with the boys.
Right?
High C Ecto Cooler.
Oh, yeah. You know what? They don't make Squeeze-Its anymore. Like the real Squeeze-It. They make Kool-Aid Cool Burst, not the same. They do not taste the same.
Oh,
You remember Squeeze-Its?
I do.
Those were good.
I do remember Squeeze-Its. The 80s menu from Fridays, someone says.
Okay.
Noble Romans.
Oh, that was the pizza place. We did so many birthday parties there. I'm pretty sure there is where you could bring your friends and make your own pizzas. Like they would teach you to toss the dough. You would top it yourself, put it in the oven. Yeah.
Kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
Chocolate with vanilla cream Pop-Tarts.
Oh.
Huh. The Epilady.
Yeah, it was an electric shaver.
Have to shave my legs for a month. It was a little painful, and you should never use it on your armpits.
Oh.
But it was worth it.
I'm telling you, the reason why you didn't have to shave for a month is because it went so deep into your body and plucked those hairs out.
The hair from your soul.
Oh, I remember I got it one year for Christmas, and I was like, oh my God, it hurts so bad.
Remember the Flowbee?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Suck the hair and cut it?
Yep.
Webkins, someone says.
Okay.
Let me see here. Holiday Sands, swimming on Route 14 in the 1980s.
Okay.
Burger Chef. What's Burger Chef?
It's a restaurant, like a
Never
fast
heard
food
of that.
restaurant.
Chili Willy orange drink.
Oh, we used to have Chili Willies at school.
I miss Yogo's Bites.
Okay. Those are like yogurt bites, I think.
Josta Energy Pop.
I've
Some of
never
this
heard
stuff
that.
I don't know.
Yeah.
McDonald's kids' birthdays.
Oh, yeah.
Boston baked beans candy. What in the hell?
Oh my gosh, I forgot about those.
I never heard of that.
Yeah. They looked like a little package of beans. Like, yeah.
SeaWorld, someone said. Oh, we used to be able to go to Aurora and see Mamu and Shamu and Clyde and Seymour.
Yeah.
Now you got to go where? San Antonio or Florida?
Florida for sure.
Yeah. Pudding Pops. I remember Pudding
The
Pops.
original Jell-O brands.
Wouldn't there be something on the stick when you were done?
I mean, popsicles used to have jokes on them. I don't know about the Pudding Pops. Did they?
I think so. Gigi Pets.
Okay.
Jelly Belly Baby Dolls. Garbage Pail Kids. Oh, I had
yeah.
those.
Me too. My sister's name is Brooke, and I mean, like, I'm still searching for a Babylon Brooke card for her.
Po Folks Restaurant in Alliance.
It's sad when you have a favorite restaurant and it closes.
Someone said Friendlies.
Oh yeah, I'd give. It would be amazing if I could be like, I'm going to dinner tonight to get a grilled cheese with pickles and a Reese's Pieces sundae.
The Barn Teen Dance Center.
The Barn.
The little strawberry candies grandma had, nobody knows the name of. Yeah, they were wrapped in a strawberry wrapper.
They still make them.
Yeah, those
you
are
can
pretty
still
good.
Get them, yeah.
They had the cream inside.
Yeah. Well, it was like a gel, but
so good.
You can usually still find them next to the butterscotches in the candy aisle.
Right next to the butterscotch. Love me some Boston beans. You can still get them from the Dollar General store, and the Dollar Tree carry some as well.
Yeah.
Mr. Steak on West Tusk.
Okay.
Charm bracelets with all the cool trinkets. Charm bracelets were huge for a while.
They were.
Ooh, Fuddruckers restaurant. There was a Fuddruckers in Niles.
We had one in Belden for a while.
It went away too?
Yeah.
Yeah, they come in, everyone gets excited. And then they just
And everybody
go away.
turns their back. Everybody goes and they're like, yeah I'm fine.
It's crazy. Ponderosa or Blue Drummer restaurants in New Philly. Oh, do I miss Ponderosa? They'd say, like, if I won the lotto, there'd be signs. I wouldn't tell you. Like, one would be a new Ponderosa would open somewhere. And across the street would be a Boston Market. That's how you know I won the Mega Millions. Pound Puppies and Bennigan's.
Oh, I love Bennigan's.
I still have my Pound Puppies at home. I still have it.
Wasn't that like where you could get the Monte Cristo Bennigan's?
I think so.
I think so too.
The pencils you got from school with NFL teams on them, you collected and traded them. Oh, do I remember those?
That's fun.
Man. Kahunaville in Niles. Oh, Jesus, Kahunaville.
What was that?
It was a bar with like a tropical jungle kind
like
of
a
feel.
vibe, yeah. Do you remember Eastside Mario's?
No. If that was a Canton thing, no.
No, it was an Italian restaurant, but it was part of a chain. So I didn't know if they had one in Youngstown.
No, unfortunately we didn't, but I would love to have tried their meatballs.
Yeah, you would have liked them.
BB McLean's.
Oh, BB's.
There was a Ponderosa in Maslin. I used to go there every year for my birthday. Great birthday. Pullover starter coats. Oh, starter jackets.
Yeah.
You could get shot literally for those.
I know. Well, Tony has
if
the
you had the
Browns
Charlotte
one.
Hornets one.
Yeah.
Anyone remember chalkline jackets? Because I had a Chicago Bears and Notre Dame chalkline jacket. Come on now. Ponderosa in Funway Freeway. Someone says, yeah.
Oh, someone on Facebook, Haley said, Old McDonald's chocolate chip cookies. Remember that it came in the box?
Yeah.
They were good.
Those were pretty good.
Discovery Zone, another one. Burger King burger bundles or 3 sliders in a box. I don't remember those.
Remember when Arby's had the 5 for $5 deal every once in a while?
Yeah.
5 roast beef sandwiches for $5.
It was a steal.
Oh, it was the best deal ever. And then, of course, they stopped it.
Right.
7:44 coming up. Nora Jones tickets real soon. Listen for the cue to call. It's Q92. Rage Room, families that play favoritism, but then call the kettle black for other family members when they believe that they are also doing it for their own kids. Family favoritism. Sucks. I feel bad for my brother and sister.
You're on a roll today. You know
really
your sister's listening.
I really do. They know I'm the best one. If there's one shining star of the children, they know who it was. They know it wasn't them. To the guy that passed me as soon as the railroad crossing bar goes up, how can you assume I'm not also late for work and in a hurry, asshat. Listen, I'm for name calling as long as I can say it on the radio.
I wish I could be like, you know how they do the NFL mic'd up? I am like the worst. I need one of those for on days when I'm running late or someone's driving stupid, like close to me. My kids make fun of me all the time.
Asshat does not get used enough.
Your sister said I need to take your booze away.
Booze. The Zoa. Rage room. This country not having a law for maternity leave and having to go back to work too soon because you can't afford not to. Give it the times, USA. Rage room.
Yeah, that makes me sad.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, it's the hardest thing to go back to work and leave your baby the first time.
It's not easy.
Especially when you're not ready yet. You know what I mean? Like when you're not physically healed completely or, just, you're like lactating. And I only say that because it's a thing. Like, even if you're not breastfeeding, like you leak for a while.
Yeah. Older you get. Yeah. We're like old faucets when we get older. You know what I mean?
I'm talking about new moms.
I know. I'm talking about wieners. There's that old saying, you can wiggle, you can jiggle, you can do a little dance. The last 3 drops end up in your pants.
Yeah, that's gross.
You ever hear that, Jake?
Only from you.
Oh, well, there you go, dude.
But you have said it before.
Well, take it with you and use it in life.
Oh, I have already.
Have you done it?
Oh,
Yeah. And I repeat it to other people, and then everybody else knows what I'm talking about.
Nice.
Like, well,
because they've already all heard it. They're like,
No.
yeah. Oh, they haven't?
They haven't heard it.
Oh. I see. I've heard it.
Just trying to make the world a better place.
Yeah.
Over at Blossom Music Center, we're giving away a pair of tickets right now. 330-450-9292. Call or send, they're yours. Good luck.
Who are the people?
Blue-eyed country girl checking in. Jake seems like a clean guy.
Hold on. He's turning on the mic for this one.
Sorry, what?
I'm just reading what it says. It says, blue-eyed country girl checking in. Jake seems like a clean guy. How did he meet Star?
I met Star on Bumble.
Bumble's the way to go if you're a guy, I'm telling you. That's the way to go. Because the girl has to initiate any correspondence.
So she's interested. That's real nice for you guys.
She's interested at least enough to say hello. Can you ruin that immediately? Sure you can. But I mean, at least she thought enough to at least say hello.
Right.
So I think Bumble's the way to go. If you're a guy and you're looking that route, and trust me, your boy has been on Bumble. Go with Bumble. I mean, Tinder's fine. Tinder works, but I feel like Bumble's better. If you're not to be all, but I think if you're actually looking for something, not just a little.
I gotcha.
I think Bumble is the better way to go.
Like
Jake, do you agree or disagree?
I agree.
Like if you're looking for an
Yeah,
actual
I refuse.
relationship.
I was on all the dating apps, but I did refuse to get Tinder.
You never did.
I never did Tinder.
Wow.
Never.
And you were on everything.
You didn't even get in there just out of curiosity?
I was on Christian Mingle, but I was not on Tinder.
Now, we'll get. Oh man, I hate.
It's a good old boy that you can take home to mom.
That's just interesting. Maybe we'll talk about that a little bit more. But I have to keep us on time, which I already haven't done. Thanks for the signal, Jake.
Well, you were asking him about his dating life.
Get us all in trouble. So how about this? Yesterday, I was falsely accused of a crime.
Okay, but to be fair, like I actually almost believed it for a second. I was like, and if that's the case, I was a little like impressed by you. Because I'm like, how would this ever even happen? You have globally affected the plumbing of the world. Like,
I mean, here's the short of it, folks. I went home yesterday and I decided to take a poo. Like you do. Nothing felt different. It didn't feel any more impressive than any other bowel movement that I've had over the years.
It was just a normal day.
Normal poo to me, actually good consistency. It looks healthy.
Your post-work poo.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I flushed said poo and went about my day. Didn't think anything of it.
Until
later on, I went to the sink and we had no water pressure. Like, so I go, and we have no water in the house, and I go, Jamie, because she's the man of the house that fixes things. I go, Jamie, there's no water coming out of the sink. I hear, what? Like there's no water coming out of the sink.
Right, which is the problem.
And she begins to tell me that one of my poos is turtle heading.
Ew.
It must not have went all the way.
It clogged the toilet. Clogged.
What she believes that it didn't go all the way, and that maybe it clogged it. And we're looking, and I grabbed the plunger. I did some plunging. Little guy didn't want to come out. I mean, it was like Groundhog Day. He didn't want to come out and see a shadow. But I could see him only from an angle. Kind of had to stand and do it to see him. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Just barely. Kind of like if you were in an aquarium and the eel is in the, you know what I mean?
I got it.
Okay. I just want to make sure. Jake, you got the visual?
I got it.
All right. So we go around, we're looking around the house. There is no water in the entire house. And now I'm being accused by my fiance, who I love, that I have clogged the toilet so terribly that all water to our house
Q92, hello, who's this?
This is Kel.
Where are you calling from this morning?
My way to work.
All right, well, congratulations. You're caller number 10. You're the winner.
Fantastic. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. You just scored yourself a pair of tickets to see Nora Jones at Blossom on Thursday, July 11th. Tell everybody your favorite station, making you a winner.
92.5.
got Christian and Lauren need a little advice.
All right.
And this might help Christian out someday, too.
Okay.
At what age do you think it's safe for your child to play sports? I would think that would depend on the sport a little bit.
I agree. I mean,
you're talking about like tackle football.
Yeah.
I can only, what my brother and his wife did is they got all three of their boys into flag football first.
Yeah.
They played flag football for years.
Yeah.
And then they transitioned in, I want to say like 7th and 8th grade, they went to tackle football.
Yeah.
Like, well, they did like, yeah, Ryan just finished his 8th grade. Noah's going to be in 7th next year. My nephew Michael is playing in 8th grade next year. So that's kind of how, and then my other nephew Michael just started football. First sport he ever played, tackle football. But he's in 7th grade.
Yeah.
That was kind of, if you're talking that kind of contact sport, that was kind of the plan that my brother and his wife did. And I kind of liked it.
Yeah.
Because you learn some of the fundamentals in flag.
Oh, I agree.
And in a less physical toll. And then you understand. So when you go to tackle football, you have
you learn the rules of the game. Like really what the game's about, I think. I don't know. I'm a huge fan of organized sports. I think that.
I think they're great. I think they're great. And I'm sorry. I think they're great for socializing with and getting social skills. They're great for exercise. Yeah. Getting them off the video games and out of the house.
Yeah.
So I agree with you. I think whether your kid shows an interest in soccer, baseball, softball, I agree. Because my son, I promise you, if he we'll ask him. I'll never force my kid. I will never force my kid. I will be, you and I think agree on this. If you sign up for something,
you've got to finish it.
You're going to see it through.
100%.
If when the season's over, you decide that's not for you, fine.
Yeah.
But if we're playing a season of, let's say, soccer, you're playing soccer.
Well, to me, a commitment's a commitment. You teach them that early on. Like, if you're going to commit to doing this and you say you want to do this, you have to follow through.
Yep.
Because, I mean, that's life. You have to follow through.
Coors Banquet. Give me a Heine and I'll be finey.
Listen, the Coors Banquet, if you watch the show Shameless, that's what they would order every time they went to the bar. So I got them for my husband, and he actually liked them.
Give me a Heine, I'll be finey.
That's so funny.
Modelo's. That's Modelo's slogan. It is. Ice House or Corona. My father was also a Michelob guy. Modelo, Land Shark. Beer doesn't even smell good, let alone taste good. That's like 4 people
Listen, I used to hate beer.
that have texted in that they can't stand the taste of beer.
I used to hate it. Now I do not.
Jake starting a revolution. Miller High Life. There we go. Killian's. Oh, I haven't heard
Killian's Irish Red. Oh, my goodness. That's been a long time.
Y'all love telling us what beer you drink. Bud Light Orange, Bud Light Platinum, Rolling Rock, Root Beer, Bud Light Platinum. I like that song right here on today's Hit Music, Q92 758, coming up on the 8 o'clock hour. Now on the 8 o'clock hour, we're going to be talking with Maddie Zorakowski from Hall of Fame Village around a quarter till. Normally we talk during the 9 o'clock hour, but today we're going to talk to her around 8:40, 8:45, find out what's going on with the Hall of Fame Village, because in the 9 o'clock hour, we're going to be talking with our friends from Savor Starks Restaurant Month. It kicks off today.
Yeah.
There's a lot to it, a lot going on, a lot of great ways you can enjoy this all month long. We're going to tell you all about it coming up in the 9 o'clock hour, and next hour as well. Free Advice Friday. We're going to kick that off, where Lauren and I do our best to try to help you guys. You might have something you need advice on. Jake as well can help you. Could be work related, love life related, family related, fashion related, sports related. I don't know. Whatever it is.
You got problems, we might have a solution.
We might. We'll do our damnedest.
And we'll work collectively. We need your help, too. The audience can chime in, and we'll share that with you.
It's a group think.
It is.
It's a group think. So start sending it in right now. You can send them on the text line, 330-269-9292. You can leave your advice you need on the comment section on Facebook, YouTube, or X, where the show is live on video. So do that right now. Free Advice Friday. We're going to kick it off in the 9 o'clock hour. It's all coming up. You're on Q92. Belle Delphine or Delphine, PH.
DELPHINE.
And she charges subscribers $28 a month. I don't know if that's lira or whatever the hell that sign is next to the money. It's not American dollars. To access her OnlyFans content. As a result of her huge online following, the social media star, whose real name is actually Mary Belle Kirshner, was able to buy her dream 8-bedroom home in the Sussex countryside.
I mean,
she went viral when she started selling her bathwater for 24, whatever this increment is, a jar. To her
I found her.
You don't seem like you're that impressed by the physical look.
It's got to do with more. It's not somebody from Dasani that's buying these.
Oh.
Yeah.
She should be selling.
Or
looks like she sells cake.
Yeah,
if you're into that. Sounds like Jake's into it.
Hold on a second. More recently, she decided that she was kind of a little bit pixie.
Oh no, that's anime.
Yeah.
The anime stuff. Yeah, I'm out. I'm out at anime.
Cotton candy.
Anime. Why am I saying anime?
Oh gosh, we know Jake loves
Jake
cotton candy.
Cotton candy machine. Jake, I feel like you're a little too happy about this girl right now. Are you a fan, Jake?
I mean, I only saw the no. I mean, no.
Yeah, right.
See, you lose me at anime or anime, whatever. Anime. You lose me at that. And I'm not. I don't know. I'm not into that. That stuff's weird.
You can email her for business inquiries.
Yeah, maybe she'll come to Pickle Fest.
This doesn't make any sense though, because she has 3.1 million followers. She's only posted 91 times.
But is that where they get the link to her?
Maybe.
A lot of times, don't they put that on their like Instagram and stuff?
Sweet Lord.
You can get away with a lot on Instagram.
Obviously.
Well, ask Britney Spears.
True. But she always has like the...
She's shirtless with her hands over her nips every day.
Okay, but they're covered. is
If
my
she's
point.
not dancing with knives.
Ew. Oh.
So anyway.
Further proof.
Of what anime? Yeah, she's.
Well,
yeah,
it's
she's
not
into-
even anime. What's that called when they furries?
No,
No, furries is when you're full.
that's more of an e-girl.
A what girl?
I'm sorry. What?
E-girl. That's what they call them.
Go
Like
ahead.
internet girl. Like gamers. It's like a thing.
She has ears.
You think that's
So-
that's more of a video
It's
game?
more like a
girl?
role
She
play.
has furry ears.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't see that.
But I thought furry was full.
Yeah, I think it is.
You're like in a full bear
this-
Yeah,
suit.
that's more like a role play e-girl type thing.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
I think.
she's like on Twitch, right?
Yeah.
That's the kind of girl be on Twitch.
Yeah.
All cute. Like, hi.
Yeah.
Thanks for the donation. Yeah, furries I see as someone dressed as like Teddy Ruxpin tackling you. So when I divorced on the text line, I spent $5,000 on sports cards after I got divorced.
Oh my gosh.
What?
I mean, I guess that's better than some of the other things you could have spent your money on after divorce.
Most-
Won't those sports cards like appreciate? Like if you ever wanted to sell your collection, maybe you could get some money back out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is really just a
I mean,
labor of love.
I feel like, can you get lucky and get a card? Oh my God, yes, absolutely. But to me, I feel like it should be more of take it as a hobby, not an investment,
Gotcha.
and then let the investment part surprise you. Like, oh my God, Tom Brady rookie card.
Holy cow! Right.
But don't think like, oh my God, I bought a bunch of cards. I'm rich, because I did that in the 90s, and I have nothing to show for it. Most young couples can't afford it right now after marriage. The big spending, yeah, you might be right. You might be right.
It could be. That's fair.
I feel like y'all just read the description of my ex-husband to a T, someone says on the text line. I don't know. Listen, there's a reason I get up every morning and read Women's Day. Sometimes they got some good stuff. I actually think that's a pretty impressive list. And I think that's a pretty good list
I think it is
of
pretty
things
good.
that probably divorced guys all have in common. I do. I bet a lot of those things people probably, growing apart, doing boyish things with your money afterwards, in the end having some like appreciation and like missing that person, being shocked because again, men we can be dumb. I guarantee you there are so many guys that got their wife was like, I want a divorce, and they didn't see it coming at all.
I bet that's true probably too.
Oblivious.
Yeah, but us women can be horrible people too. I mean, I know women who have cheated and husband's oblivious and they go home and they're like, wow, we got to talk. And I'm sure it does blindside them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's a horrible conversation to have.
But even if you've earned it, like if you haven't treated your wife or husband, can you imagine like the shock if you seriously were like oblivious to have your husband or wife just say, I want a divorce,
that would be so devastating.
and mean it. Like, and you truly were like, what?
Yeah,
What do you mean? That'd be insane.
it would be bad.
That would be insane.
Droppy
Turned off
thing.
from a lot of winter activities ever since the skiing incident back at my old radio station.
What happened?
I've told the story a million times.
I don't know it.
I went, but I went with a bunch of people. It was at the old radio station I worked with, the old company. We did a thing where take listeners in a bus
Okay.
to some ski resort to ski. Awesome resort. Like really, really cool. Don't remember what it was. All those brandy wine. I don't know. I truly don't remember.
Right.
I never skied before in my life. I
Okay.
went with people I work with, great people I worked with, and everyone's excited. I was like, whatever. I guess I'll go. I was, I was real young in my early 20s. 8:06 right here on today's hit music. It is Q92. Christian, Lauren, Jake here hanging out with you on your radio. Streaming at Q92radio.com. And, of course, you can watch on Facebook, YouTube, and X. Coming up later on this hour, Maddie Zurakowski going to be joining us to update us on everything the Hall of Fame Village is up to. We have that for you. It is also a free advice Friday this hour. So anything in your life you guys might need advice on, you let us know and we will help you. That's why we're here. Start sending it in now. Like I say, text in what you need advice on. Could be love life, could be family life, could be work life. But anything, you name it. If you need advice on it, we're here for it. We have that for you, so do that now. Like I said, call in, text in, comment on Facebook, YouTube, or X, and we'll start getting to them here this hour. We are your shrinks for the next 60 minutes. That's why we're here to help. So we got that coming up for you. 9 o'clock hour, we're going to be talking about Savor Stark Restaurant Month, happening now through March 30th, kicking off today. We have some of our friends from Visit Canton Studio here. We're going to be talking about Restaurant Month, what it is, how you can take advantage of it, and it's awesome. That's coming up here in the 9 o'clock hour here this morning. Right now, it's Dua Lipa, Houdini. It's Q92. Jake, do you ever play golf?
One time in my whole life.
Enjoy it?
Like not mini golf, like golf.
Golf. Yeah,
Okay.
it wasn't the best time. I would go again just to drive the golf cart around, but
Isn't that the best?
yeah.
How about darts? You both play darts?
We used to it in the basement when we were kids, but I haven't played darts in a minute.
Okay. Did you play any sports in high school?
I ran cross country 8th grade in the freshman year, and then I quit.
Why'd you quit?
I just didn't like running, and I also didn't like the booty shorts and the
booty shorts.
18 people showering at the same time in camp. It was a very
Jake's like, I'm out.
What the hell camp
This
were
is
you
way
at?
Too much.
that's what
Jake,
happens
what
at cross
camp
country.
were you at?
That's what happens at the Jackson cross country camp. Ask anybody.
I don't want to. Wait.
Booty shorts and shower.
Booty
Community
shorts
shower.
and group showers?
That's why
I mean, we had that for football,
The only time I ever
but that was
had-
after we played a football game. Everybody was dirty, muddy. They didn't have like individual like showers.
Wait, you guys all went in one big shower room?
Yeah.
Naked?
No, in scuba gear. Yeah, yes, naked. It was a shower.
Do you have that weird kid that had wandering eyes?
No, I got kicked out. Text message. Sounds like fun, Jake. Wait a minute now. I apparently I'm in the same club as Jake, but I wouldn't think cross country.
I know.
Well, it's like a competition. They want to see how many people can fit in the same shower together.
Okay, we're done. We're done. We're done. Forecast for Mark Johnson coming up on Q92. Right here on today's hit music. It is Q92. Free advice Friday.
Did you catch that too?
I did.
Okay.
Ugh.
And you just kept going. Like you called her do a leapy. It was really funny.
Did I?
Yeah.
Do a leapy. Didn't even mean to do it.
No, I know. That's what made it more funny because I could tell you didn't even.
Do a leapy Houdini right here on Q92. So free advice Friday. We're here to help you guys out like we do every Friday.
We're so good at it too. I don't know why you wouldn't trust us.
I don't know why you would either. We got one came in, and we're going to get to it here right after the break, right after we do weather. So, but if you have anything that you would like some advice on, I don't know what you're waiting for. You need to message it in. We're really good at this. We've changed lives.
We have.
So, and there's no reason we can't do it again. So, send it in. Free Advice Friday. We'll kick it off here in a few minutes. Got a forecast from Mark Johnson coming up here on Q92. All right. Is complimenting hair creepy? That's a question I pose.
What? That's a question that Clint posed when he walked in here.
Yeah, that's what we've been talking about. We're going to talk about what Clint said.
Yeah.
So he came in here and he was telling us a story about someone complimenting someone's hair.
Yeah.
Saying, I don't mean to be creepy, but I really like your hair.
Well, he asked me, he said, does that creep you out? Because he said, your hair looks nice today. Maybe I shouldn't say that. Is that creepy? Does that creep you out? And I said, no, we know Clint really well.
Right.
So it doesn't bother me at all. But the question was then posed. At what point is complimenting a woman in public not flattering, but yet then creepy?
I remember, and this is back in the 1900s, a guy I worked with who's no longer with us.
Yeah.
Rest easy. King. But he... we were sitting one day in the studio talking, going over what we're going to do on the show. And a sales girl walked in. Now, this sales girl was a very beautiful.
She was a pretty gal.
Yes.
Okay.
I have no doubt. If she was like, hi, can I talk about your business and advertising? The owner would be like, indeed, you can. And she always dressed nice. And she did. She had nice legs. And you know me, I'm a legs ass guy.
Okay, so you were oogling her too in the office.
Then yes.
Okay.
Yes, I was. And this is back in my Youngstown days. She walked in one day to ask a sales question about some sponsorship, things like that. And I will never forget this. We're sitting there and we're all talking. And the gentleman, the older gentleman at the time, he says, I got to tell you. He goes, I just got to tell you. You've got an incredible set of legs. And in my head, no! I knew back. This is 1900s now. Oh, no, this is 2000. This is.
Could you hear the clack of HR's heels coming down the hallway?
2002. I'm like, no!
Find a rewarding career close to home at Kimball. You'll find outstanding benefits, a supportive team, and opportunities for career growth. Working for a local family company really makes a difference. Apply today.
Q92.
All right, temps warming up today. 52 degrees for your Friday high with clouds on the increase during the day. Overnight scattered rain showers beginning this evening, lingering into Saturday morning. Our low tonight near 40. I am Mark J. Weather from News 5.
So I was scrolling social media yesterday, and I just kept seeing it. I just kept seeing it.
Yeah.
Canton Pickle Fest.
Yep.
2024. Question number 1.
Yeah.
Is this the first Pickle Fest for Canton?
I believe so.
Okay. I'm like, been working in Stark County for about 11 years.
It's the first one I've heard
I
of.
don't recall, although everyone knows I could be sometimes oblivious to things.
Right here on today's hit music, Q92. Christian, Lauren, Jake here with you. Hanging out, 330-450-9292 is the phone number. The text line, 330-269-9292. On a free advice Friday, be sure to send in anything you need advice on. Lauren, Jake, and myself are here to help you out in any way that we can. Also, Maddie Zorakowski from Hall of Fame Village is going to be joining us here around about 8:45, somewhere around there. She'll be joining us, so we'll have her on as well. We'll be talking Savor Stark Restaurant Month coming up at the 9 o'clock hour as well. So let's get into some free advice Friday.
Okay, so, excuse me, we had a listener text in that is upset. She said, "Hi, I'm 27 years old, and my boyfriend just recently gave me a promise ring. We've been together for 4 years. I feel like no. Well, she feels that way too because she said, she goes on to say, a promise ring is an empty promise, in my opinion. If he was ready for the real commitment, he would have just bought the darn engagement ring. We didn't have to run to the altar to get married right away, but I just feel like he put me off with a promise ring, and I'm really feeling some kind of way. I don't know how to approach this with him, or if I should just throw in the towel and move on. I've already spent 4 years with him." I feel like promise rings are for teenagers that think they're in love. I mean, no offense. I'm so sorry. I got to remember there's a listener that really is upset about this, and I don't blame them.
On an unrelated but related note, I have always been anti-promise rings.
Yeah.
Don't understand it. I think it's weird. Maybe I'm weird for thinking that, but I'll accept that. Like you said, maybe as a teenager,
right?
Even then I'd look at you in math class like you're a nerd. Why do you have a promise ring?
Right.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. I don't understand. As an adult, to give a private
she's
promise
27.
Ring? She's almost 30.
Right.
What are you saying?
But don't make her feel worse by reminding her she's almost 30. I'm sorry you got a promise ring and you're almost 30.
Listen, no, it's a promise ring. I assume he's your age, if not older. Like,
she didn't say.
You're heading towards 30 and you're buying a promise ring. What and you don't have. No, I can't sign off on a promise. I couldn't sign off on it if they were 19 years old.
No, I agree with that. I understand, and your heart must be truly broken, because I think my heart would sink right into my stomach if, like, here's the promise ring. I would be like, what?
If you expected an engagement ring and got a promise ring, that would stink.
Yeah.
If you love them, that makes it a lot harder. I would.
Have you never discussed? You've been together 4 years, so marriage certainly had to have come up, right? I would think. I know everybody's different. We talked about it very early on. I knew I was going to marry Tony probably 3 or 4 months into our relationship. And I think you figured it out pretty quickly with Jamie that, hey, this is a match. Like, this is...
I think we both, our first trip to Ocean City together was the first time. I think we both realized, like, oh, this really might be, like...
Yeah.
What we're looking for here.
Right.
I didn't give her a promise ring.
That's what I'm saying. I think a lot of people just, So after 4 years to get a promise ring, I think at the 4-year mark, we got engaged after 2 years of dating. And then we got married like a year later.
Text says, time for an ultimatum. Get on board or GTFO, dude.
Yeah, I think you need to have a talk with him. Just be prepared. You're already disappointed. So glass half full. If he says that you don't want to hear.
You're halfway to get the hell out of here. So that's fine.
Exactly. And I'm really sorry. I feel so bad.
Jake, where do you stand on promise rings?
I do not like them.
No?
Good.
No.
Okay. I was afraid he was going to be like, I gave Star one.
Start
No.
throwing right now.
No. You wanted one, and I said no.
Oh, okay. Good. Look at you. Okay, so listener.
This new alpha male over there. That's nice.
Our little Jake said no to a promise ring as well. So this, I think really you need.
You
Gotta have a heart to
she
heart.
said when he showed her that promise ring?
Brother, what's that?
Promise ring.
Oh, I'm so
I
sorry.
promise I'm not going to get you a real ring.
Yeah,
No. You're a grown ass woman.
yeah, I agree.
Like a real ring or no ring.
Right. And
I'd
look,
rather have no ring.
And look, if it was a financial thing or
It has nothing to do. You don't need to have, the biggest diamond in the world at all. Hell, they make fake diamonds that can pass.
oh yeah, those moissanite or whatever they're called, like you can't even tell.
Yeah, no.
I mean, they're still expensive too.
It's not about go get a flashy ring.
No, it's not about. Well, I was just going to say that. If this is something where you've talked about marriage, I mean, I know a lot of people anymore that don't even go for like the big engagement ring. They just go for bands. You know what I mean? You don't have to go an expensive route.
Nope, not saying that at all. Has nothing to do with
No.
going to overextend yourself financially. Just you either want to marry her or you don't. I don't know what a promise ring does. Tie me over ring. I should gotta explain that to everybody. What is? Oh, you engaged? No, he promised me. What? I don't know. Text. I'm getting a divorce from my husband, and every day it's a guilt trip towards me for doing it. Any advice, because it makes me feel like a bad person, but I'm leaving him because I'm not happy, and I haven't been happy in 5.5 years, and we've been together 14 years and married 8 years.
Ooh.
Listen, he's going to feel hurt. He feels rejected. He feels hurt.
He's trying to guilt you into staying.
And so he's lashing out. I'm not saying that there's an excuse for that, but that's his way of trying to deal with it. Not everybody, But if you weren't happy, it's not a thing about you, cheating or anything like that. It's just a matter of you're not happy. I mean, you have the right to be happy.
I mean, are kids involved? If kids aren't involved, I mean, do you have to talk to him? You know what I mean? I think there's a way to, first of all, okay, let's go back to the beginning. There's a reason why you got married. There was love there at some point, which should mean that there is some respect. As long as no one committed like adultery here or, you know what I mean? Which it doesn't sound like it.
Yeah, it sounds like you're just leaving just because you're not happy. I'm assuming that's the real reason.
Right. So I think you can have that conversation with him, like out of respect for you. Like, do you want to be in a marriage where I'm this unhappy? You know what I mean? But out of respect for me, you got to stop laying down the guilt trip. If we want to have a friendship or any kind of relationship after divorce, this has to stop.
Yeah.
I already feel bad enough already. I didn't know that this was going to change for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that you can't let someone guilt you into like staying in a relationship you're not happy in.
No, because it'll never
That's
work.
something a narcissist does.
Exactly. And then you've got all kinds of things like resentment, anger, and
No, you're deciding to get out for a reason.
okay, so she said they do have 2 small kids. Okay, so even more reason to exhibit respect for one another. Because now you're setting an example for 2 children that are looking at mom and dad.
Yeah.
Some situations, I do believe this. Like, I get it. I've always been if you can try and stay together, stay together. But if it is unhealthy, if your mental health is not well, and you are not able to parent those 2 children in the way they need to be parented, I understand why you're leaving, and he needs to understand that too. Because at this point, it should be 100% about those two children.
Yeah. And how you act around those children will tell you who the good and the bad guy is.
Yeah.
Real quick.
Yeah.
Real quick.
Kids are smart, man.
Kids can figure that stuff out too. It's Nelly, P. Diddy, Murphy Lee at Shake Your Tail Feather. It's 8:27. Sports coming up next on Q92.
More promotions, things like that.
Probably didn't. Think you ever had a teacher that just didn't like you? I can't imagine. I don't know. I don't know if Mr. Belts didn't like me, but he certainly had no problem mispronouncing my name. He might not have liked me. He might have just thought, you know what? I don't like this kid.
I'm trying to think.
Jake, is there a teacher you think maybe didn't
Yes.
like you?
That was fast. Jeez.
Why don't you think they liked
Was there
you?
more than one?
No, it was a history teacher,
Oh, okay.
and he liked all the sports people because he was a baseball coach,
Gotcha.
and he did not like me. And he would always like check our homework, but he would always like just like go over and glance and make sure you did it.
Yeah.
But every time he got to me, he would pick it up and thoroughly examine it to make sure that I did it. But everybody else was like, "Oh yeah, you're good, John. You know, Mark, you're good. Jake, let me see that." And he would like pick it up and like examine it. And he made me redo things several times. And
Are you saying the athletes got to do whatever they wanted?
No, they didn't get to do whatever they wanted, but
They certainly had it easier.
yeah, and so did the other kids. I don't know. He just had it out for me. He did not like me every day.
Well, that sucks.
Oh, is he still there?
I think so. I don't know.
You want to give him a shout out? No, I'm just kidding.
I'm okay with it.
Okay.
I said Mr. Belt.
Oh, true.
I don't know where he's at now.
I don't know where he's at, but it was Mr. Gamble.
Yeah.
Have you ever in your life
You're
wanted
going
to
to
put a
be
toe in your
arrested.
mouth?
A toe in my mouth?
Have you ever, other than maybe Jimmy's, like to kiss them?
That is the cutest
It
thing
is
in the
really
world.
cute.
That
I've
is the
done it.
cutest thing in the world.
But an adult's toe, have you ever had the urge?
I don't hate feet. I'm not necessarily a
Have you ever wanted to suck them though?
wanted. I'm sure I have.
Like suck a
I have.
toe?
I'm sure I have.
Ugh.
I'm not boring, Lauren. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'm not missionary only. Lights off.
you're so dumb.
All right. That is.
You're so dumb.
I'm not.
I have never.
And no
though.
talking. No talking.
Mm.
But there is a huge difference in that with two consenting adults and going into a stranger's hotel room.
I get it.
Sounds like the guy from Mr. Deeds that loved changing socks.
You know,
Crazy.
I know you've always told me about the foot fetish and all that kind of stuff. We've had discussions off air about this.
Christian, no, don't lie on air. I'm just lie. No, I'm not gonna lie to you guys.
I was watching TikTok last night. It's so weird that this topic came up. And some lady, you know where they go up to people and they're like, all right, what's your name? What do you do for a living? How much do you make? And it'll be like a bunch of different professions in different cities, like, and how much they make. And the girl was like, I don't want to tell you. And she's like, why? When she asked her what she did for a living. She's like, I sell foot pictures and videos. And she's like, on OnlyFans? She's like, no, there's a website called Fun
Foot Finder.
with Feet.
Or Foot Finder.
Well, it's called Fun with Feet, the one she was talking about. She's like, how much have you made this year? And she's like, I'm really close to $100,000. I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So obviously the foot fetish obsession is a lot larger than any of us know or are willing to admit. Obviously.
Oh, it's huge. It's huge. It's huge. It's a money maker. And it's not even, think about the girls on OnlyFans. You're not even doing that. You're just taking off a sock.
Yeah.
This is a Q92 Sports Break with Christian Bigglesworth on Q92.
College hoops last night. Ohio State beat Nebraska 78-69. The Buckeyes improved at 17-12 on the season and 7-11 in Big Ten play. Spring training baseball yesterday, the Guardians lost to the Angels 4-1. They're now 2-4 in spring training. They'll play the Dodgers. That game is tonight at 8 o'clock. And finally, tonight, the Cavaliers are back in action as they are on the road to take on the Detroit Pistons. Tip-off of that game is 7 o'clock. That's a look at sports right here on today's Hit Music, Q92. Met my wife on Bumble in 2017. Jake reminds me of the I Like Turtles kid for some reason. Good morning, random Swifty girl here. Good morning. Hope y'all have a great day. Thank you. Good morning from dental assistant Kayla. Have a great day. You have a great day, Kayla. Okay, back to your. So you were on every dating app, which we've talked about. This isn't necessarily new.
Right.
I know. I realize we're, but I'm just curious why was Tinder one you were like out of all of them? Why was Tinder one you're like, you know what? I'm not doing that one. I'm curious why that one was the no.
Well, I think there's two real reasons. Reason one, I knew what Tinder was. I think I was looking for something more than just
A booty
Tinder.
call?
Yeah.
Right.
Were you ever just looking for that?
Not really. Like,
Look at you.
something in my head.
So proud of
Like
you.
something in my head was like, you know, that would be fun, but
yeah, it would.
but
It'd
you
be
know,
fun if we could do it again.
Yeah,
But-
it would
More
be
than
fun.
once?
yeah, but like I just wanted, you know, a relationship. But another reason was I had an ex that was on Tinder,
Okay.
and I just didn't want her to know that like I was.
Q92.
Streaming online at Q92radio.com, and you can watch the show on Facebook, YouTube, and X.
$8:34 right here on today's Hit Music. It is Q92. Good morning, everyone. Christian, Lauren, and Jake hanging out here in about 10 minutes. We're going to be joined by Maddie Zurakowski from Hall of Fame Village. Like I said, normally she joins us in the 9 o'clock hour, but we're going to talk to her this hour to get updated on what the Village is up to. She's going to the 9 o'clock hour. We're going to be talking about Savor Stark Restaurant Month that's happening today. Started today, going through March 30th. Really, really cool event that you can be part of, take care and take part in and enjoy. So we're going to be talking about that coming up. Free Advice Friday as well. If you guys got anything else you need some advice on, give us a call, 330-450-9292, or you can text 330-269-9292. It's 8:35 right now. It's I Ain't Worried. It's One Republic on Q. So yeah, happy birthday to her. 60 years young. So maybe not. Maybe not.
She is not 60 years old.
No, I made that up.
Yeah.
She's nowhere near that, but she's older than me. So enjoy your day. Like I always say, there's no one I'd rather have ignore my texts and phone calls than my sister.
I feel like her sister just does her own thing. She's just like, I'm good. I don't want to talk to him right now.
Then you get older, she's like, what? I'm like, oh, gee, I don't know. I can't remember at this point.
Oh, stop.
Thank God it wasn't an emergency.
Well, she's got a family and kids and
Yeah,
stuff.
so do I. I can answer my phone or text when one of my family members calls.
That's true.
Or text.
It's true. I'll give you that.
I gotta, you know how much you got to keep an eye on an 8-month-old?
Yeah, I do. I remember that.
I can still pick up my phone. Half the time he has it.
Well, yeah. He lets you know.
I
you get
taught
a
him
call.
high five yesterday. He learned high five today.
Oh, good.
Yesterday. He doesn't, he goes,
Real slow.
yeah, he goes real slow. He claps.
Yeah.
I love how babies do the open finger clap.
Oh, yeah.
Like they don't do the clap. They're like,
Yeah.
he does that. He loves to clap. He loves when you see him clap.
Mm-hmm.
But I taught him high five yesterday. Now he's just like,
Real slow.
yeah. And it's funny because the third thing I've taught him that Jamie doesn't believe I taught him until she sees it.
Okay.
I'll be like, he does high five. He claps now. No, he doesn't. Jimmy, clap.
Yeah.
Yesterday, Jimmy does high fives now. No, he doesn't. I'm like, what?
Why don't you believe me?
What?
Right.
Please believe me. Like, yes, he does. I could see if I was like, Jimmy's driving now. I could see you'd be like, no, he doesn't.
I was just going to say, you should start being a little bit
Yeah.
sarcastic and be like,
Jimmy knows geometry.
right.
That makes sense to call me out and be like, there's no way he knows
Right.
geometry. I think high fiving and clapping, I think
They're reasonable milestones.
reasonable. Matter
Yeah.
of fact, what is he not? He's 9 now. He just
9
turned 9 on the
months
7th.
Yeah.
Wow. It is 8:37. Hopefully you guys have some plans this weekend. You got to enjoy yourselves. Like I said, I'll be heading over to my sleep study tonight. Any advice? How the hell am I supposed to fall asleep at a sleep study? with things all over my head
Count sheep.
in a weird room in a weird bed that's been used how many times
There's like all kinds of relaxation techniques on TikTok. Maybe turn
for
there.
sleep studies?
Yeah, like how to relax.
I don't know, man. I don't know how I'm gonna do that. No one, some dude's watching me,
Maybe it's not a dude. Maybe it's a chick.
still watching me.
Well, are
got
they the whole time?
Things all over me, I'm sure.
The machines are reading that.
Yeah, they might just be monitoring the machine.
Right.
I don't know. They'll just be staring at me.
I don't think someone's going to pull a chair up by your bed and watch you.
Wouldn't that be creepy?
That would be so creepy.
Hello there. Huh. Go to sleep.
Right.
Go to sleep.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen.
I'm watching you. Yeah, that won't work.
And if so, then just ask them to sing to you.
Do they have TVs?
I think.
Can you watch a TV? Like, can I log into any of my streaming
I
things?
have no idea. I just made that up. Does anybody who's had a sleep study know if they've got TVs?
Like, is it just like they shut a door and they go, good night?
do they give you tuck-ins?
They should. I'm Sven. I'll be tucking you in tonight.
Here's your teddy bear.
Go to sleep. I'm watching you. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I have
Sweet
when I tell you I've gotten zero I don't even know what to wear. Do I go there in pajamas? Do I change when I get there?
Please go there in pajamas.
They have given me no details. I got one automated voicemail that said, just a reminder, your sleep appointment tonight at 9. See you there if you have to cancel call.
Will you please go get like some silk pajamas, like the top and the bottom? You know what I'm talking about? Like,
yeah, but like, do you change there? Do you show
no,
up? Ready
I think
to
you
sleep?
should. I think you should
Because I
show
don't have
up.
to be there till 9 o'clock.
Right?
9 o'clock is when I have to
Were
be
you
there.
like, do you know what time I go to bed? Like, wow, you
Actually,
probably
now
could.
that's about right now.
Gary on Facebook said you won't sleep much.
Yeah, like I don't understand. Like I'm not gonna be able to sleep normal.
You should take all kinds of stuff and be like, I need this, man. Like a sound machine, some kind of stuffed animal. Are you allowed to take your own pillows?
Jamie did a sleep study a couple years ago, and she actually did. Well, when we go to hotels, she brings her own pillow.
Oh, same.
You do that too?
Oh, yes. I am not sleeping on that pillow. See, you know
but
what?
she'll get in the sheets and lay in the bed.
You know what is so funny about that? You know how like people will put on Facebook, like Facebook Marketplace, will be like, hardly used queen mattress for sale. And people are like, ew. We all do it when we go to hotels. You know how many bodies have been on that bed?
Yeah. No, you're right. That's what I'm saying.
I mean,
like,
both are gross.
I'm like,
I'm not
so the
condoning
pillow
one
you
over
won't
the
do,
other.
but you'll get into the sheets.
You have to. What are you gonna do?
I would be more worried about the sheets.
Actually, that's not true. I don't usually get in the sheets. I'm more of I lay on top of the sheets, not the bedspread, because they don't wash it every time. I know this. You pull that down, and then I cover with my own blankets. And I've unfortunately given that to my daughter because she does the same thing. She won't like get in between the sheets.
You can wear whatever you want, and they do have a TV, but they turn it off when you start the test. Well, what's the point?
They're like, lights out. This is fantastic. I'm so sorry.
I fall asleep to a TV. I don't. So the second I get comfortable, you're gonna go.
Yep.
Yes, you're in a room all by yourself. I got a PA system that they can talk to you through. They can hear you speaking. You're strapped up to all your stuff. You get in bed. There's a bathroom. There's a TV with cable and all the streaming and everything. They'll get you water. You can bring some snacks. I think if I remember correctly, it's kind of like you're in your own little bedroom all alone, but it's super difficult to sleep strapped up to all that stuff. So actually, I did not get a full night's sleep. Good luck.
Wow.
When I did my sleep test, they did have a TV, and it did change. I did change clothes when I got there. Spider-Man boxers and matching T-shirt, someone says.
That'd be amazing.
I just did a sleep study 2 nights ago. I changed there. They let me stay up till a normal time, and the paste from all the electrodes stuck in my hair real bad. I'm good there. Overall, did not sleep real great, but it was amazing how much air I had in my nose.
Like maybe they put them in a CPAP to do the sleep study.
What if you sleep naked? That would be the worst sleep study those people ever experienced. Christian, wear sweats. You can take your own pillow.
Okay.
All right. I'll go with hoodie and sweatpants and like shorts and a t-shirt underneath and bring a pillow, and this is going to suck. This is really going to suck. So what? I quit breathing in my sleep. Is that really an issue?
I think it is.
Damn it.
I think it is.
It's Q92.
Meijer is hiring in your neighborhood.
It's just for that, huh? Anyway, real quick, this is not anything I want to dwell on. I've just been laughing at this on the internet. We all know Ric Flair, right?
Ric Flair, woo!
I say Ric Flair, woo! Everyone goes, woo!
Yep.
Jake, do we woo?
Woo!
Do you know Ric Flair?
No.
Of course.
Fair enough. Well, he has his own wings now.
His own wigs?
Wings.
Oh, wings. I was like,
he has his own wings now, okay?
Yeah.
Hold on, I got it. I pulled it up somewhere and I got it. Okay. You know what they're called? His wings? Wings!
oh my gosh.
They're called wings. He said wings. Hold on, I got maybe sound better if I turn it up without. I don't probably get distorted, but wings.
It does sound like he's saying wings.
Wings. Wings.
So, like, how do you order that?
Oh God! I'll have 12 barbecue wings.
Right.
Wings. Wings.
Oh boy.
They're called wings. That's all. Nothing behind that. I just wanted to play it on the air. There's even the video of him holding it. They're called Woo Wings. Woo Wings. He's on the box. Like it's him on the box. It says Woo across the box.
Do it all together now, so you would be like, woo, wings.
Woo wings.
There you go.
Oh my God. Well done, Ric Flair. Well done indeed.
Thank you, Mark. It is 8:46. We've got 31 degrees in fair skies in Canton.
All right, 8:46. Now, normally in the 9 o'clock hour, we talk with our friends at the Hall of Fame Village, but today we're speaking with Maddie Zurakowski of the Hall of Fame Village a little early, around 8:46. Let's bring her on right now, Maddie. How are we doing this morning? It's Friday.
Oh, hold on.
Is that me?
Take two. Good morning.
There we go.
Happy Friday. I'm good. How are you?
Oh, we're looking forward. It's going to be an absolutely beautiful weekend, it sounds like. Sunday, especially into Monday. We're looking at, what, 60s and 70s and sun? Let's
I
go.
know, it's like I can't keep up. I walk into work. I don't need a coat. I walk out. I'm freezing.
Yeah, we're at that point of year. You need to bring multiple outfits to work now. It could change by the time you get there to when you leave it. Absolutely. So the Village, busy, busy, busy as always.
Yeah, another great week for us. I mean, really, we had two big announcements this week. The first one was on Tuesday, and we announced our Village Carnival. So this is actually going to be the first time that we've ever hosted a carnival on campus. So it's our first ever carnival coming to the Hall of Fame Village. We're actually in partnership with Kissel Amusement Company, a wonderful family-ran business. And it's actually going to be on campus within what we call our honor lot. So it's actually right across the street from our headquarters at the Constellation Center for Excellence. But what's going to be really cool is that it actually is going to be spread out all throughout campus. So there's going to be, a little something in Play Action Plaza. Of course, it'll go down into the retail restaurant area within Fan Engagement Zone. So we're really excited. I mean, it's coming up soon. It's going to be from May 17th to May 19th. And it's really just going to transform our campus, I feel like, into something that we've really never dabbled in before. So it's just going to be fun to have this great atmosphere of rides, different treats, and then, of course, the classic carnival games. So we're really excited.
Yeah, no, that's amazing. And tickets are actually on sale for this right now, and you can get them at hofvillage.com. But yeah, you can get them ahead of time. That way you can just roll in and start having fun right away. There's no waiting in line for a box office or anything like that.
Absolutely. And not only that, but I mean, coming to the campus now and even the stadium moving forward, one of our other big things that we announced this week was actually our partnership with Culture City. So really what's neat about that is it makes not only our campus completely sensory inclusive, but specifically, the stadium, Play Action Plaza, and just different assets around campus. So, whether you're feeling overwhelmed or just in a quiet place to kind of relax and, think and, just kind of enjoy yourself for a second, that's really something huge, and that was important for us to be able to accommodate for our guests. You don't have to plan ahead of time if it's just the situation is a little crazy, which definitely can be in a stadium. We definitely recommend going to one of our quiet rooms, and we're just grateful for Culture City to even having this program and that we're able to, of course, have it on our campus.
No, that's awesome, because sometimes people need that, but sometimes people don't necessarily know they need it till they're in a situation like that.
Yeah.
So like you said, to have those, and there's nothing, just have them there. That's really great to know that if something were to happen and you need someone to get into a more calm environment for a second to catch their breath, calm down, that you guys have that. I think that's really, really cool, really inclusive. I think that's really great that you guys are doing that on the campus.
Thank you. Yeah, it just makes so much sense for us, especially with 2024 events. We have so much going on this year that I just feel like it's a great cap on our feather, honestly, to just have on campus, and it makes sense for us. And even going into more that we have, I mean, Kick and Covers is coming up so quick. I mean, I can't believe it's March 1st. Kick and Covers will be taking place Friday, March 29th, and then also March 30th, that's Saturday. And we'll be having a ton of regional favorites like the Spasmatics, Disco Inferno, Country Redford, and the Chris Higby Band all that weekend. So tickets are on sale right now for $25. And I mean, it's going to be 2 nights, 3 different genres of music, and just an overall great weekend to kind of come out, enjoy. And I mean, 2 bands for 2, 3, 4 hours long. I mean, that's a great deal to me. So definitely get it on your calendars. Kick and Covers weekend at the Hall of Fame Village.
Yeah, absolutely. And a lot of these 4 bands that you guys have booked for this weekend are all fairly local. They have a great local following, and we're so excited because starting next Tuesday, Christian, we are going to actually have some of these bands on air with us as guests. So you kind of get to know a little bit more about them, about their roots here locally, and what you can expect that weekend. And again, you can get those tickets at hofvillage.com. Trust me, guys, if you do not visit the hofvillage.com website regularly, you should, because they have absolutely. They have so much on there, and they are really good about packing the information in there, everything you need to know. So
thank you. Yeah. And even, I mean, we're working on so much. We have so many announcements coming. I mean, for me personally, who's writing them all, just get ready. I mean, this is just the beginning. We've started off so strong this year in 2024. So stay tuned for just all these amazing announcements that we're going to be releasing over the course of the next few weeks, because I think people are going to be really excited as to what we're bringing, not only, as potential performers or acts, but just what we're bringing to campus to create this overall event venue for not only the community, but regionally and so on and so forth.
I think these are awesome events coming up with the carnival and the Kick and Covers, because like we talked about last week, we're all just about at that breaking point. We want to be outside. We want to do things again. You know what I mean? It's like, let's go. Spring's getting closer. Like
this weekend's weather, I think, is going to be good for everyone's soul, but I'm afraid that it's going to be a huge tease, and it's going to leave us yearning even more after it.
Yeah. And then it'll like snowstorm 2 weeks later.
Right. You guys are giving us things to get outside
and look forward
to and do to kind of kick off that we're done staying inside for the winter stuff. So love it. Looking forward to it. Maddie, always a pleasure when you join us. We appreciate it.
Yes,
and we look forward to talking to those bands, and we look forward to everything that's coming up with the carnival and Kick and Covers, and more announcements coming.
Thank you guys so much. Have a good weekend.
You too.
Maddie Zurakowski, Hall of Fame Village, joins us every Friday. Kind enough to join us a little early this week.
Yep.
And the Kick and Covers is going to be a cool event at the end of the month, and the carnival as well.
Yeah.
It'll be like walking around a little mini amusement park.
Oh my gosh.
On the campus of the Hall of Fame. You kidding me?
I know.
That's pretty cool. I like that a lot. It's 8:52. It's Taylor Swift and Karma. It's Q.
I see.
Uh,
Jake,
work
I sent
here
you that.
afterwards, and then I'm going to find out if I need glasses.
You almost look like a teenager. Okay, so
I just went last week and got the puff test, someone said. So you were, how old did they say to get glasses? You
it
wear
was at the
contacts now?
beginning. Yeah. It was.
How do you put that on your eyeball?
I don't know. I could
That
have
would
touched my
freak
eyeball all
me
day
out.
long.
So I'd be afraid I would miss and like get it stuck in the corner of my eye somewhere in my body.
The worst is when it gets folded and it gets stuck up here in your eyelid. And you've got to like work your eyelid to get it to come out.
I'm telling you, no. Give me glasses.
You know what is ridiculous? You and my husband, if he has to touch his eyeball, like he
went
can't,
like this,
he
I'd
physically
go like this. I'd be like, oh my god, like close my eyes, rubbing them.
Yeah,
you can't come close to my eyes.
No, that's how Tony is.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, the one time he got pink eye from the kids when they were little, I literally had to like hold him down. He has like lids of steel. I had to pry his eye open to get that eye drop in there.
I get that.
This is Christian in my glasses. If you're watching the live stream, this is Christian wearing my glasses like a month ago. Remember that when I wore my glasses to work? You're like, let me see it.
Yeah.
Because you knew at that time that it might be necessary.
I got my eyes done yesterday, and yes, they do the glaucoma test. I was diagnosed with glaucoma at 23. At 23? Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry.
See, he doesn't look bad, guys.
What happens if they need to dilate your eyes? And I'm driving on instinct.
Oh, that is the worst. They didn't, the first time they did
No,
that
they would
to
have
me.
told me. I'm sure they would have said, hey, have someone drive you down.
Well, they gave me sunglasses. They're like, you'll be fine. Just be careful with your speed because it's hard to focus up close. They were not kidding. I could have been doing 85 the whole way home.
6 coming up in the 9 o'clock hour. We're going to be talking about Savor Stark Restaurant Week month. It is kicked off today, Lauren.
It is. And we're going to have a special guest from Visit Canton. Allison Gromowski is going to talk to us about everything that you can expect because we are kicking off Restaurant Month. And there's 34 downtown restaurants Canton restaurants that are participating in this. And they all have incredible specials. Like I'm looking through the list and I'm like, okay, we could go try that. Like, I just plan ahead. It's a great way to try some of these local restaurants that maybe you've never been to before. It's going to be so much fun. So I can't wait to talk to Allison about what you can expect. And I think we're going to have a very special giveaway for you as well. So you might want to.
We are
very
lucky in Canton, Ohio, with
Yes.
all the local restaurants that we have and the quality, even in the history.
Yep.
Behind some of them. It is amazing. It's awesome. It's a really cool event. And again, Allison will be joining us here in the 9 o'clock hour. We'll be talking all about it. And like Lauren said, you might want to keep listening because it might pay off for you. You know what I'm saying? It's American Authors' Best Day of My Life. It's Q92. Do women want gentlemen? Or don't you still want the bad boys?
I mean, I
Do you want
don't know about a
gentle
bad
man?
boy, but you don't want a pushover either. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I would really like you girls just to do that. Text your man that, and then text back whatever the hell they write back. I'm just curious, or just tell us what he wrote back. I'm very curious. I mean, I guess that would be a good compliment to get, I suppose.
Should I add a heart emoji?
No, don't overdo it.
No, okay.
Don't overdo it. If he's listening, this isn't going to work.
He's not listening.
Pride night in Cleveland at the Guardians game. We were waiting in line for $2 beers for quite some time. You were with friends. I was alone. I wanted to speak to you so bad. I hope the look in your eyes was attraction from your side too. And that's it.
Wow.
So if you were in line for $2 beers, Pride night at the Guardians game, and you had attraction in your eyes, someone's looking for you.
What does that look like?
Depends.
I just put a muscle in my stomach.
A lot of things. Ton of things. A million faces you could make.
That's so gross.
Could be. It could have been gross. We don't know. We weren't there. There you go. Misconnections.
Jake, let me see your attraction look.
What's your attraction? Seduce Lauren with your eyes.
Come on, I'm waiting. This isn't.
I can't. I don't make faces.
You don't have to leave that.
Well, I was gonna.
You know what?
I don't. Yeah, I don't just look at a girl and just like make a weird face and be like, "Come here."
Okay.
Not even gonna try.
No,
I can't. I can't top the two you did. I can't.
Fair enough. I did do a pretty good job right there. It's creeping right here on today's hit music. It is Q92 here in the 9 o'clock hour. Thanks for having us on your radio. Thank you for streaming us at Q92radio.com. All you watching right now on Facebook, YouTube, and X, we appreciate you guys checking out the Q92 Morning Show. Again, thank you once again to Maddie Zurkowski from Hall of Fame Village for joining us last hour, updating us on the Village. And now when you're a live and local radio station, you got to talk about all the awesome live and local events and things that are happening around the listening area. And March is about to be a very, very cool month, celebrating all the amazing local restaurants we have in Stark County.
Absolutely. And we are very excited to welcome our guest this morning. Allison Gromowski from Visit Canton is here. Good morning, Allison.
Good morning. Thank you guys for having me. And I am getting excited to eat a lot of food this month.
I bet. We were talking off air about this, and, there used to be the Canton Restaurant Week. This is so much bigger than that. This list is so impressive. Do you want to talk a little bit about what the month is? And then we can kind of get into some of the incredible restaurants around Stark County that are participating.
Yeah, so this is Savor Stark County Restaurant Month. So this is brought to you by Visit Canton. We are the Stark County Convention and Visitors Bureau. So our mission is to promote tourism and visitation to Stark County. So no better way than to promote coming to visit all of our communities than through dining and savoring the taste of Stark County. So this is truly encompassing of all Stark County locally owned restaurants. There are 37 participating locations, and you can dine and enjoy special offers between March 1st, so today, all the way through March 30th. So you have all month long to enjoy these special offers.
Well, and this is wonderful, too, because, Christian, you can attest this. We have so many listeners that are in adjacent counties and things like that don't have as many of these awesome local restaurants, who might really appreciate being able to go to a locally owned and operated restaurant and trying the cuisine that they offer. So that's great as well, to bring people up. Maybe you guys are down in Worcester listening right now. Maybe, you guys are in T County, something like that.
The Youngstown listeners.
Yeah, you guys have all month to come up here to Stark County and be involved in this as well. I'm looking at some of the restaurants that are on here, which, by the way, all the listing of all of these restaurants and what they're offering is over at visitcanton.com/SavorStark. So it's real easy to go and find out, where you might be able to go. But there's 37 restaurants on here. Have you seen this, Christian?
Yeah, I've watched the list grow as we were getting ready to do this. And I was just like, wow, there's more. Wow, there's more.
Well, I thought I was up to date, and I wasn't, because we've even had some grow. So the last press release that I had 34 on it. The one before that was even less. I think it was like 20 some. So I've literally gotten each new release where more and more restaurants are jumping on board, as they should. I mean, this is an incredible, thing, a way to bring people to their restaurants to really try out the amazing food we have here in Stark County.
Absolutely. And Allison, were you kind of blown away by how many of these restaurants kept coming and wanting to be a part of this? Because it's grown. I mean, obviously it's a growing thing, but this year in particular, Allison, it really seemed like all the local restaurants, they really wanted to be a part of this.
Yes. So we have been so excited of the engagement of the community and the locally owned partners. It really shows that they care about their business. And also there is such a wide variety of cuisine that's represented as well. So you have everything from ethnic cuisine to your local neighborhood hangout spots, to your traditional home cooked meals, to, really upscale dining as well. And I think the really unique thing about this promotion is that it not only showcases the different cuisine, but it also gives you affordable options to go and dine at these restaurants. So if you drive by these places every day, you've never stopped in, maybe this is a reason now that entices you to stop in. You didn't know what was there. Or you have your favorites that you go to every month and you get the same thing on the menu. Maybe this is a reason to try something new on the menu because it's offered through these prefix menus.
Yeah, and I love it. Looking through these restaurants, this really traverses all of the corners of Stark County. You can go down to East Sparta and get a great meal. You can go out to Gervais. You can go up to Hartville. Everywhere. This is really a great way to eat your way through Stark County, essentially, through the month of March. You could do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's
absolutely
insane to me. So, just to give listeners right now an idea, we've got Basil Asian Bistro participating, Don Shula's, Driftwood, George's Lounge, Fromage du Monde, Grapes in a Glass, Luca, Papa Gyros, Royal Ducks, Smush Cookies over at the Hall of Fame Village. And if you haven't tried it yet, my goodness.
Everything you've mentioned
Yes.
is making me hungry.
The social at the Stonehouse, Sparta Steakhouse, like I said, down in East Sparta. The Bistro of Oakwood, our friends at Gervasi are on here. The Desert Inn, Unhitched in Louisville. I mean, there's so many places where you can really go and enjoy yourself. I mean, you know what? You could even say to yourself, I'm going to go each weekend to a different one. I'm going to try one of these restaurants.
Absolutely. Living in the Canfield Borman area, bringing Jamie here a lot to some of these places. One of her favorite spots, period, is Basil.
Yeah.
In downtown lives. That's just her. She's like, oh my God. And I've taken her some of the places in Canton, downtown alone, not to mention we've been to Twisted Olive, we've been to Gervasi, we've been to all those places. And we're blessed in Stark County.
Yes, we are.
With all these local restaurants I'm talking about that are involved in this. When you think about what we have, and Allison, you touched on it, all the variety of different restaurants you can go out, no matter what your taste is. There are multiple places you can go, locally owned in Stark County, that can hook you up with an amazing meal.
Yeah.
Yes. And I think another really cool thing about the promotion as well is that not only can you enjoy those prefix menu items, but then I'm trying to figure out a way to go to all 37 of them within 30 days. But there is a great way to do that, because some of the specials, they're very unique to that restaurant, or they creatively thought of a special. So some of them are, if it's a winery, they're offering a wine flight with a charcuterie board. Knowing that then you may want to go to a restaurant that's within 5 minutes, and they're partnering together. Or the restaurants at Oakwood Square, they've kind of thought of their deals like that as well, where it's a shareable deal at one place. So you're encouraged to bring your whole family.
Yeah.
Or one restaurant is doing 2 cocktails and an appetizer, while another restaurant is doing then a 3-course meal. So then you can kind of experience all of those places in one setting as well.
That is so amazing. We can't thank you enough for coming in, and thank you also to all of these participating restaurants for supporting and helping drive tourism to our county. I mean, we've seen so much growth here in Stark County, and this is so wonderful. And if you're a foodie, I highly suggest, even if you're not, I mean, anybody can go and try these restaurants. Maybe there's a restaurant on one of these lists that you haven't been to yet, and you've been like, go see what their special is. This is a great way to try those restaurants, that you've been saying you want to try so much. You can go and get a restaurant pass online at visitcanton.com/SavorStark. It's incredible. We can't thank you enough for coming in this morning and visiting with us, Allison. And she brought a gift for all of you listeners, one of you lucky listeners in particular.
Yes, I did. So, of course, like Lauren said, make sure to download your Savor Stark Dining Pass. With that is all the special menus, and then you can check in at those restaurants when you go and visit them. And then there's going to be a really big grand prize, over $600 in local restaurant gift cards.
Wow.
So then you can dine all year round.
Yes.
But yes, we do have a gift card today. So we have a $50 gift card for the Hartville Kitchen Restaurant and Bakery. So that will really get you started on your Stark County dining for the month.
Yeah, that's a good way to kick it off. Oh my Lord, that's fantastic. Like she said, visit Canton /SavorStark, get the free digital pass, the way you can go redeem the special offers. And like she just said, get entered to win $600 possibly in gift cards from local restaurants. How great is that?
Yeah, and momentarily that information will also be up on our Facebook page. So if you are driving and you can't safely take notes of what you need to do, you can head to the Q92 Facebook page. We'll have that information with a link for you up shortly. So thank you so much, Allison, for coming in and visiting with us this morning. And, I've got some decisions to make here.
Let's go eat.
I know, right?
Let's get the pass on the 3. Let's just leave right now.
I'm on board.
Let's go.
I'll drive.
I'll tell you what, caller number 10 right now, going to hook you up with that $50 gift card to Hartville Kitchen to kick off Savor Stark Restaurant Month. Caller 10 right now, 330-450-9292. It's Dua Lipa and training season on Q.
Hey, it's Keller from Afternoons on Q92. Tune in weekdays from 2 until 6 p.m. and come hang out. We've got amazing prizes, fantastic music. It's going to be a good time.
Couple dies sightseeing in helicopter crash. Because the helicopter, it's like you glide down if there's a problem. You just sort of drop down.
I mean, if it makes you feel any better, it goes a large portion of the tour over the ocean. So at least you're going to be hitting
Yeah, I think I'll be
water.
right. What you do is you open the door.
Oh, here we go again, MacGyver.
Listen, and when you're about 10 feet from the water, that's when you jump. Listen, Christian survival tips. I'm telling you.
Listen,
if
guys.
the chopper's going down, you got to open the door. And right about maybe 10 feet. Now, listen, you got to time it.
You'd be crapping your pants.
No,
There's no way you would think
that. You got to have your head on a swivel.
Oh.
And what you do is...
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
It doesn't surprise me at all. I've seen you move. That your head is just on such a swivel.
Like a ninja when I have to be. But you time it right. You open up around, because you don't want to be too high, because you'll hurt yourself if you're too high.
Yeah.
So you got to wait. And it's tough to wait. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm not saying it's easily
How
done.
do you jump away from the helicopter debris that's going to be hitting the water?
Well, it's coming down straight, right? So you got to jump out.
Way out.
You got to jump out.
I see. Do you have any tips for
jump out and then
achieving that?
You jump out and you want to go.
Oh, okay.
You want to go in.
He just did a pencil, just so you guys know.
Become a human pencil. Fall in, but don't. If you jump too early, you're gonna hurt yourself. You got to do it right, and you should be okay. Let's go around the room for our rage. I have rage. Quick story, talent. Try to be brief. You've heard me talk about how much I love crispy, crunchy chicken, right?
Yes, I have. Nasty chicken.
It is the bomb diggity. I don't think they say that. It's not stuff. I can tell you that. And that's no cap. A lot of riz in that chicken. A lot of riz in that chicken. So, driving home, being out Saturday, we decided, I'm going to get, there's one in Girard. On the way home, I'm going to stop and get crispy, crunchy chicken. I buy it all the time. Big sign on the freeway for it. I was so excited. I haven't had a chance to get it. And Jamie was like, get it, let's go.
Treat yourself.
You wanted that for a long time. We had a great day together. We were in a great mood. I get it. You wanted that forever, and you haven't got it. But I will get it. I'm telling you, I'm so excited to get crispy, crunchy chicken. I'm like, this is going to be fantastic. I pull in. There's the sign. It's the same sign I've seen at all the other crispy, crunchy chickens. It's way up high. It's right there on the building. It says crispy, crunchy chicken. I'm like, oh, my God. Let's go. Give me an 8-piece in your JoJo fries, and I'll be gone. I walk in, right?
Kitchen, you can use it to experience a little bit of the Savor Stark Restaurant Month happening now through March 30th. I just need you to do one thing, Kayla. Tell everybody your favorite station that made you a winner.
Q92.
Jake and I, you had left to do your meeting yesterday, and Jake and I, not on air, but we were talking about this story about people being contacted. How many people believe they've been contacted by dead relatives? Jake, what was the percentage in this survey?
53%.
53% of people in this survey.
That's high.
Say that they believe they've been contacted by a dead relative. And we were talking off air. I said, I have had dreams since my dad. Listen, I have nothing crazy has happened since my dad died. I'd love to tell you he showed up in a beam of light and was talking to me about sports. No. Obviously, they say when you see a cardinal, and that's kind of my thing.
Of course, same.
I got a tattoo of a cardinal on my arm for my dad. And things like that. I don't believe, and I'm not a non-believer, so I'm not sitting here going poo-pooing on everybody's. I'm not oh, no way. But I don't believe I've ever truly been contacted by a dead relative. But according to that, 53% believe they have been. To me, if I take that, and maybe I'm wrong, I take that as they had a message. They were telling you something.
What is it? Is it like
I've had dreams with my dad in them?
Yeah.
But they were just normal ass dreams that he just happened to be in. There was no son.
Yeah.
On the 5th day of March a hurricane. Like there was no like warning. You know what I mean?
Well, I was gonna say, what is defined as contact? So is it like there's a needle in the bottom of that can and you don't know it, and like it goes flying off the counter, like it just moves. Like, is that considered contact? Like when you think someone from? I'm just saying. Like I'm trying to come up with an example.
Where are we going? Like you're literally
Would you
like
poop yourself though if that happens?
This is you.
So there's been a nuclear attack.
What? Like what kind of scenario is that? To me, like contact
Like
is
things
like
moving in a room. That's what I'm saying.
well, that's
like
more ghostly haunting. I'm talking.
okay, but define contact is what I'm saying. What does that mean? Does that
Does
mean
that
you
little-
hear something in your head and you feel it in your gut and you
Jake,
feel like
not to put you on the spot, Jake, but in that little paragraph, does it give any kind of context of like what exactly they're defining contact? It might not, because that's only like a summary.
It just has common forms of communicating with those on the other side, including dreams, sensing a loved one's presence. Women, and they also say that women are more likely to be contacted.
Look at that.
okay, it's because they're saying that
So
we're
you're more likely to be contacted by a dead relative than Jake and I.
That's because we're nice. We're nicer.
Is that what it is?
No, we're more sensitive. I think a lot of it has to do with emotion. So think about it. Like for me as a woman, I don't have dreams very often, except for closer to my cycle when I know my hormones are higher.
Right.
So I'm more apt to have that kind of, but literally in the past 10 years, I've had one dream about my daughter. One.
I can count maybe on one hand how many dreams.
My
I've had
dad's been gone for almost 25 years. I can count on one hand the amount of dreams I've had. And it's been like cameo. Like he wasn't like a major part of the dream. He was like in the background.
That's how mine was.
Yeah.
Whenever there was a dream of my dad, there was no like, son, I have to talk to you about. He was just kind of there.
What would you do? Would you follow his advice if you had a dream and he was like, son,
Well, it depends on what he said.
don't go to work tomorrow? Would you stay home? Would you call off?
I'm like, no, but you going to pay my bills? What are you going to do?
But
Pop?
what if he's trying to help you out?
Dad, like, you got any money up there in heaven? What do we got here? No, Jake and I, you had left to do your meeting yesterday, and Jake and I, not on air, but we were talking about this story about people being contacted. How many people believe they've been contacted by dead relatives? Jake, what was the percentage in this survey?
53%.
53% of people in this survey
That's high.
say that they believe they've been contacted by a dead relative. And we were talking off air. I said, I have had dreams since my dad. Listen, I have nothing crazy has happened since my dad died. I'd love to tell you he showed up in a beam of light and was talking to me about sports. No. Obviously, they say when you see a cardinal, and that's kind of my thing.
Of course, same.
I got a tattoo of a cardinal on my arm for my dad. And
Yep.
things like that. I don't believe, and I'm not a non-believer, so I'm not sitting here going poo-pooing on everybody's. I'm not oh, no way. But I don't believe I've ever truly been contacted by a dead relative. But according to that, 53% believe they have been. To me, if I take that, and maybe I'm wrong, I take that as like they had a message. They were telling you something.
Like, what is it? Is it like
I've had dreams with my dad in them?
Yeah.
But they were just normal ass dreams that he just happened to be in. There was no like, son.
Yeah.
On the 5th day of March, a hurricane. Like there was no like warning. You know what I mean?
Well, I was going to say, what is defined as contact? So is it like there's a needle in the bottom of that can and you don't know it, and like it goes flying off the counter, like it just moves? Like, is that considered contact? Like when you think someone from? I'm just saying. Like I'm trying to come up with an example.
Where are we going? Like you're literally
Would you
like
poop yourself though if that happens?
This is you.
So there's been a nuclear attack.
What? Like what kind of scenario is that? To me, like contact
Like
is
things
like
moving in a room. That's what I'm saying.
that's
like
more ghostly haunting. I'm talking.
Okay, but define contact is what I'm saying. What does that mean? Does that
Does
mean
that
you
little-
hear something in your head and you feel it in your gut and
Jake,
you feel like
not to put you on the spot, Jake, but in that little paragraph, does it give any kind of context of like what exactly they're defining contact? It might not, because that's only like a summary.
It just has common forms of communicating with those on the other side, including dreams, sensing a loved one's presence. Women, and they also say that women are more likely to be contacted.
Is it-
Look at that?
Okay, it's because they're saying that
So you're more likely to be contacted by a dead relative than Jake and I.
That's because we're nice. We're nicer.
Well, is that what it is?
No, we're more sensitive, I think. I think a lot of it has to do with emotion. So think about it. Like for me as a woman, I don't have dreams very often, except for closer to my cycle when I know my hormones are higher.
Right.
So I'm more apt to have that kind of, but literally in the past 10 years, I've had one dream about my daughter. One.
I can count maybe on one hand how many dreams.
My dad's been gone for almost 25 years. I can count on one hand the amount of dreams I've had. And it's been like cameo. Like he wasn't like a major part of the dream. He was like in the background.
That's how mine was.
Yeah.
Whenever there was a dream of my dad, there was no like, son, I have to talk to you about. He was just kind of there.
What would you do? Would you follow his advice if you had a dream and he was like, son?
Well, depends on what he said.
Don't go to work tomorrow. Would you stay home? Would you call off?
I'm like, no, but you going to pay my bills? What are you going to do?
But what if he's trying to help you out?
Dad, like, you got any money up there in heaven? What do we got here? No, Jake and I, you had left to do your meeting yesterday, and Jake and I, not on air, but we were talking about this story about people being. Oh yes, that okay. Now I do remember that story. That was at Studio Fit 1.
Oh my gosh, you blew up Rick's studio?
No, I was getting changed. I had to get changed in my gym clothes.
Okay. Oh, and someone walked in on you changing.
I was in there, used the bathroom. I thought I locked the door. I swear to you, I locked the door.
Yeah.
Because I was very cognizant of where I was. And there was a bathroom, only one bathroom. And yeah, the trainer girl walked right in while I was mid-change. Today's hit music, it is Q92. Saw Oprah's leaving Weight Watchers.
I know. What is happening?
Well, she's probably taking Ozempic. She said that's why. I mean, not
Touché.
She's never not admitted. She didn't disclose which one, but she's leaving because she's taking a weight loss drug now.
You know what?
And that's the part you can't do that.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Well, listen, they've taken the Ozempics and the Mounjaros and the other one that are for type 2 diabetes. But they found out they're actually really good at helping you to lose some weight.
I understand that.
And people are taking them not because they have type 2 diabetes, but because you just can lose weight.
But here's my thing. So for years, Oprah used Weight Watchers as a platform to share with individuals that healthy eating, caloric restriction, and movement were the way to lose weight. So she did that all these years, and now she's going, give me Mounjaro. See what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. It kind of makes me feel a certain kind of way. Like,
I get it, and I get what you're saying. I don't discount what you're saying, but I mean, if we truly have found.
But we don't know that. It hasn't been out long enough to see if there's any lasting side effects. What happens when we stop taking it?
You gain the weight back?
That's what I'm saying. To me, we're not in a position yet to make that determination. If this is like the holy grail for those who need to lose weight because of health issues, but struggle.
But this is more of your physical appearance.
Yes.
And not many people are saying what you're saying. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Some of these people are the same people that were like, don't take that vaccine.
And they're like,
but they're pounding the Ozempic.
Yes.
And the same thing. I'm like, do we know the long-term effects? Now listen.
We don't.
I'm on Mounjaro, prescribed by my doctor. Now, could I lose weight? Absolutely. But I'm getting it prescribed by my family doctor for my A1C.
It's different. You're using it for the intention in which the drug was created.
Yeah.
So as it relates to your health condition, that drug has been tested and refined for individuals just like you.
With type 2 diabetes, yes.
Correct.
It's not even, you can't take it for type 1.
Correct.
It is specifically for people with type 2 diabetes, but celebrities get it.
Yes.
And we talked last year, I was prescribed originally Ozempic. Couldn't afford it.
Right.
It was, for me, with insurance, $383 a month it would have been.
Yeah.
$300, and I had to walk out of without it. I had to tell the doctor, like, I can't.
It's sad.
Afford that.
Because the people who genuinely need it for health conditions, such as yourself, couldn't get it at an affordable rate, but yet med spas are wheeling and dealing it for less than you can get it at the doctors. Here's my thing.
It's also like kind of like pseudo black market way to get that stuff too. That one makes me a little more. I'm not discrediting what you're saying at all, but at least the Ozempics and the Mounjaros are the, like when I see like people are getting stuff off Amazon and it's like black market kind of, maybe black market's a strong word. Like, I don't know. It seems
underground pharmacy.
Yeah, it seems a little that I'm like, people are buying that.
I know. Here's the thing. I think at the end of the day, it's all a personal choice, right? We live in the United States of America where you're free to make your own decisions and your choices, especially when it comes to your health care, your weight loss, whatever it is that you want to do. So if you want to take Mounjaro, Ozempic, whatever, fine. I don't care. My issue in this conversation drives with Oprah, who for years tried to teach through the point system the right way to lose weight. And now all of a sudden she's up there going, you get a shot, you get a shot, get a shot.
She's resigning. She's not going to go for re-election for whatever. She informed the company she's not going to stand for re-election at the annual meeting of shareholders this May. She served as the company's board since 2015 when she actually acquired 10% stake in Weight Watchers. So she's still going to work with them in some capacity, but she decided to start taking weight loss medication, which it says she did not identify, after coming to the realization that weight management does not hinge solely on one person's self-control. Quote, the fact that there's a medically approved prescription for managing weight and staying healthier in my lifetime feels like relief, like redemption, like a gift, and not something to hide behind and once again be ridiculed for, she told People magazine.
Hey, listen, I understand. I've struggled with weight since having children. It sucks. It's a thing where you want to clear that hurdle. Has the thought crossed my mind? Yes. Has the thought also crossed my mind that I don't know what this is going to do to my body because I'm not a type 2 diabetic? Yeah. Also, yes.
Yeah. I just think we're more likely when you look at like you said, like what do we really know long term? When it comes to something like this for someone's vanity.
To me, it's not worth it.
But I think to a lot of people,
to some it would be.
And I'm not. I know I keep going back to the COVID thing. I'm not using it to any way of a COVID discussion. I'm just talking about we're like, well, we don't know what this does. No, I'm not taking it. But this is someone's like, whoa, I can lose weight. We are vain people in society.
Yes,
we are. Myself included. I am not excluding myself. I'm saying we all are. So I think, man, talk about dangling a carrot in front of somebody. This thing. You can lose weight.
I know, and that's why a lot of people are taking it. But I find it alarming that we just very quickly, it was like it hit the market, and then everybody was like, yeah, give me that. Like, to me, here's the thing. Can you overdo it when you're on Ozempic? Yeah, you can, but you pay dearly if you overdo it. Trust me. I don't know from firsthand experience. I do know from secondhand experience. I've had a conversation with my sister who's overdone it too. Literally was seconds away from calling for help because she's never vomited more in her life. You know what I mean?
Oh, there are some side effects.
There are definitely some side effects.
When I first started taking Mounjaro, I remember a day or two after I started on the low dose.
Yeah.
Me and my toilet were having some conversations.
Right.
You know what I mean? And the way I can explain it, I guess, physically what I've gone through, nothing crazy. Full disclosure, since I started in January until now. Now my doctor started me at the lowest dose,
which they always do. Yeah, you have to bump up gradually.
I'm on my third. This is my second raised since January 1st. So far 16. I'm down 16 pounds.
Yeah, and you can tell.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I know I don't tell you all that time, but I don't want you walking in here in a muscle shirt going like,
"Do you want to know?
Just kidding."
You want to know a thing about me in life? I don't watch the time for me, everybody.
Yes.
You ever notice a bad habit of yours that you're like, man, that's what I do.
Mm-hmm.
You want to something? Take away Ozempic, take away anything. Anytime I've been exercising, had a trainer, decided to watch what I eat. You know, a funny thing about me, I do well until I hear a compliment.
Oh, I'm glad I haven't been paying you compliments. I don't want to be charged your derailment.
The second I run into someone and they're like, you lost weight. I don't know why.
Maybe your brain's like mission accomplished and then you just give up. I don't know.
I'm telling you, That has always been a weird thing about me.
Yeah, that is
A
odd.
very weird thing about me. And
You think it would be motivation to keep going?
Absolutely. But I don't know what in my subconscious, I don't know what in my stupid brain,
No,
for some reason,
it's a trigger of some
when that
some kind.
happens, that's where the progress starts.
Interesting.
Stops.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't, but I'm aware of it.
You're an enigma.
And now here,
Bigglesworth.
what'd you just do? Thanks a lot.
I'm sorry. I don't want to be responsible. I
Christian
can't tell.
threw out his
I
shots.
was lying. I was lying.
Christian threw out all his shots yesterday. So, all right, Oprah. I mean, I again, I don't discredit anything you said. It's just, it's interesting to me. That, you know, that as a society, I think we're going to see a lot. I think this is going to be the future. I really do. But
trust me.
diabetic medic. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're fine. I would love to be skinny. I just don't know what it costs yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Skinny for 2 years, drop dead year 3.
Exactly.
But I looked great.
For those 2 years, man.
Oh, man, was I looking good.
My body was banging.
But diabetic medication, metformin, does the same thing. 5 minutes after you're taking it, man, watch out. You're blowing up the toilet. My MIL takes mother-in-law. I figured that out on my own. Look at that.
Oh, good. Look at you.
Takes Wegovy and can't keep anything down at all. She's practically on a liquid diet at this point. I don't see that being successful long term.
See, and I don't want to live that way either. You know,
get
where
it.
I'm just, my poor sister, like, God love her. She's doing it because she needed to lose the weight for health benefit
Yeah.
and for mental sanity. And I understand that she's been someone who's always struggled with it. Now, she's not grossly obese or anything like that, but, you know, I mean, this is a mental game with her. And, you know, I really hope it works for her. But like, we went out for a Mexican restaurant last Friday with a bunch of friends and everything. I like kept looking at her. I'm like, "Are you sure you're full?" She's like, "Yeah, I'm good." I'm like,
Well, that's something with
she
me.
took so much food home.
I can't eat
I was
like I
like,
used to.
Oh my gosh.
Now I can't eat like I used to. Like to give an example, like when we have burgers and fries at the house, or you know, like something like that, I would always have 2 hamburgers and a plate of fries.
Yeah.
I can't. It's a burger and fries.
Yeah.
If we had spaghetti at the house, I usually get a plate of spaghetti. I might go back and have a second half plate of spaghetti.
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah.
And it's not like painful. It's just your body. You can't.
You just can't do it. Otherwise,
Yeah,
you know what's going to happen. My sister said she can feel it now. Like, I need to stop. I'm
like,
good.
If that's the way to describe it a bit, it's that.
Yeah.
And I don't mean like I get a pain or I'm like, but my body's like, bro, you're done.
Yeah.
You're done. So I cannot, like, I used to go to restaurants. I'd be like, hey, you want to put an appetizer, Jamie, and then have some bread, then have the meal? I can't.
No, you can't do it.
I gotta have the
can't
meal.
fit it in. Yeah.
Or I won't finish it.
Right.
I've been taking cartons of food home from restaurants. Christian doesn't do that. Christian eats all his
This
food.
Christian does.
But it's that part's interesting. Christian, totally understand what you're saying. Self-sabotage is very real. I get that. So yeah, for some reason, it's always been my thing. Smiley Cyrus Flowers. It's Q92. I'm going to kick it off. My rage is being prescribed Ozempic and then finding out you cannot afford Ozempic, and now you can't do it anymore because it cost you $350.
Yeah, that's a big kick to the butt.
That is. By the way, Jake checked with his pharmacist parents, and they said that's pretty much the best deal I'm going to get.
Yeah.
For you people that pay less, God bless you. For people that got to pay more than they should for medications, you shouldn't pay more than you pay for your car in medication, in one medication. Rage room. Jake, you got some raids today?
Yeah, rage room. I don't understand why people walk, run, ride their bikes, ride their scooters in the middle of the street in the neighborhood when there's a sidewalk 5 feet from them.
I also have that rage.
Yeah.
I've said the same thing. Whenever I see a sidewalk, I'm like, there's a sidewalk.
Yeah.
Why would you not walk on the sidewalk?
Move over 3 feet, go on the sidewalk, and let the cars drive.
Literally. I have the same rage. I've said that before. I'll say it to myself in the car.
Yeah.
They'll be on the side of the road, and I got to like go around them, and I'm like, there's a sidewalk.
Yeah.
Like, especially, you're walking. There's a sidewalk.
Yeah.
It's a sidewalk.
Exactly.
For you.
Yeah.
It's for you.
Yeah.
For your safety.
Right.
You're a lot less likely to get struck by a car on the sidewalk.
Right. It could happen, but
No,
less
it
likely.
absolutely could happen. But I mean, it's God's will at that point.
Right.
I mean, but I agree. It's a good rage.
Yeah.
Good rage. Let's see. We got the text line here. Rage Room, when I sneeze about 46 times in a row, and I absolutely hate when I'm on my 10th sneeze and somebody that I'm talking to still having a conversation with me because I'm choking, I can't breathe, I'm snorting, and it's a hot mess, and they can't stop talking for 30 seconds as if I have any idea on what they're saying anyway. Rage Room. I'm usually a 2 to 3 sneezer.
I definitely sneeze more than twice.
Yeah, there's never usually just one.
Yeah.
It's usually a 2 to 3, but I know people that they'll do it 10 times. I'm like, good Lord.
Yeah.
Good Lord. All right, next up, keep your cell phone face down during that first date. We understand men don't carry purses, and having to sit down with a hockey puck-sized phone in your pocket is a bit uncomfortable. If it's possible, keep the offending piece of technology out of sight altogether, but if you need to plop it on the table, silence it and put it face down. Even if you're fascinated by her, a light blinking out of the corner of your eye alerting you of an incoming message is distracting. And girls notice when your eyes are bobbling back and forth between your phone and them.
Yeah, I would agree with that. The other reason I would tell you to do that, and I have before when I've been texting friends that I know are on first dates, is just because if you don't have, if you have the preview on your screen, I wouldn't want your date to see anything that I was sending. Because we've sent things before, is he a total dog? Is he super ugly? Is he super nice?
He super ugly?
For blind dates, I've done it to my sister. You know what I mean? We'll just send are you alive? Did they kill you?
Are you in the woods yet?
Right. That would be my reasoning for remember to put your phone face down on the table.
So, are you for putting the phone down? Cell phone down?
I think that's a good idea. I think that's just all the way around for whichever reason you're stating.
Someone texts, don't open the door, because if you aren't willing to do it every time, you're setting an unrealistic expectation.
That's right. And, that goes for where you take them on dates, too, because we all know that when that honeymoon period's over, there's some things you're not going to be willing to do again. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
So don't be ridiculous.
Yeah. You can buy your own games at Dave & Buster's. I'm not doing it anymore.
No.
I agree, Lauren. The hand on the small of the back is a great way to show you care.
Yes.
Keep the phone in the pocket. Girls think face down means you're hiding something, someone says on the text.
Oh, well, maybe.
Oh, could that be? Next up, keep the question ratio 1-to-1. If she asks you where you're from, answer. And then accept that as an opportunity to reciprocate with a question as well.
Yeah, but just don't be where are you from? What's your favorite place to go to dinner? What's yours?
I live in Canton. Where do you live? Oh my God, you live in Canton too? We both live in Canton.
Come up with your own material, your own questions.
So keep the question ratio 1-to-1. It says, don't order just a salad or sake bomb. Taking care of yourself and being healthier is great, but loosen the dietary strings just a little for this occasion. You don't need to eat a bloody steak from a cow you strangled with your bare hands, but turning your nose up at everything remotely unhealthy, then get on today's music. It is Q92. Oh, man. I like that song. Noah Khan. I'm enjoying his music.
Yeah, did you hear he and Olivia Rodrigo?
I did.
It was really good.
Yeah, they did cover each other's songs, I believe.
Yep.
See a lot of clips of her tour on TikTok.
Yeah, she's here later this month in Columbus.
She is. She's doing well for herself.
She's not doing bad. Yeah.
Not too bad, Olivia Rodrigo, from High School Musical, the TV show, to pop star.
That's how you do it.
I know, man. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool to see. You a big Olivia Rodrigo fan, Jake?
Yeah, I actually kind of like her.
Do you?
Yeah.
Do you find her pretty?
I do.
Would you date her?
No.
The right answer was I have a girlfriend.
I don't think celebrities count.
I don't think celebrities count, but no.
I don't think he's running into Olivia Rodrigo at Costco and
How do you know? Maybe she likes Costco.
Yeah, she's more of a BJ's fan. I could tell. I'm just saying. Same store, same concept. It's preference.
Everyone knows Costco's better.
Than BJ's?
Yeah.
I think a lot of guys would argue that with you. I do. It's Q92.
Texting privacy policy in turn.
So sad.
Like I got teary-eyed reading it in class.
There are some cartoon movies that got you.
Yeah. That was
There's
one
a
of
few of 'em.
Casper was another one.
Casper could get you.
Yeah.
Casper could get you. I mean, you're going to laugh, but I mean, Transformers, the movie, cartoon movie. Because you have to understand, and I think any man in his 30s and 40s that's listening can understand this. The cartoon I watched my entire childhood. People barely, even though there were wars every day and everyone had guns and rockets, barely anyone was even shot, let alone injured. I mean, they had these wars, and it was the worst aim I've ever seen in my life. Meanwhile, I watched The Walking Dead in 2023, and everyone's a marksman and never misses.
Right?
But the movie happened, and all of a sudden, people are getting killed. And it had never happened in a cartoon before.
Yeah.
Like the opening scene, Megatron smokes some of the like old school G Transformers, like it kills them. And you're just, I remember as a
I
child.
see you in the family room, like pacing, like pulling on your
honest
hair.
to God,
And
Lauren, I know no one, unless you're watching, can see this. This was me. I was like,
and your heart broke right then and there.
Some of the most popular characters were literally smoked in the first scene of the movie. Optimus Prime died.
What?
I was like, what am I watching? That messed me up. Yeah. Of course, that cartoon got me.
I guess.
Optimus Prime, he was my hero.
Stayed with you. I mean, you can recall a lot of details.
He was my hero. Here's one that came in. These look like Instagram DMs. Hello. Unanswered. You alive? Unanswered. Hello. Unanswered.
She should have been like, nope. Just left it at that.
Frown face emoji. Unanswered. And then here comes the turn. Have you ever considered modeling? The reason I ask is that I own and operate a model and talent business management agency. I'd love to discuss business with you if you're interested. Unanswered. Hey, just following up, I'd still love to discuss business with you. All unanswered. So from flirting to I own a model agency, meaning he has a cell phone, and then following back and saying he'd love to discuss now business with her. Why didn't you lead off with your business?
Do you know what that reminded me of? Did you ever watch The Goldbergs? Either of you?
I did not. Although I know the show is, people love it.
Yes. There was a guy that owned a photo place at the mall that would like always randomly show it. He did glamour shots, but it was like the cheesiest operation. Like that's just what I pictured. Like, come let me take pictures of you in my CD studio with my phone.
Unanswered. Flipped it from trying to say hello to I own a business. And the attempt to save it.
That girl was smart. Run.
We're going with
Dummy. Yeah. Yeah.
And again, we're going to go with
Dummy. Yeah. Yeah.
And one more time.
Dummy. Yeah. Yeah.
I also hit one because you put the frown emoji in the conversation because she wasn't responding. To and through, people. Son was up at 3 and he did not go back to sleep before my alarm went off.
Ouch.
No matter what I did, rocked him, laid with him, put on Elmo, silence. I tried it all. Kid was up, a little fussy, at some point wanted to play, and I've been up since 3.
I'm sorry.
I am too. I just kept looking at the clock going, oh my God.
What time do you normally get up?
Oh my God, 4:20.
That's what I thought. Okay.
4:20.
You lost an hour and 20 minutes.
I sure did.
You're probably going to need a snappy nappy later
I can't.
today.
When I go home, she's working. I'm on baby duty.
Won't he nap?
Sometimes. He's in that regression phase.
Where he's like, no.
Yeah, he can fight it off. It's really impressive to watch him do it. He flails his arms and body.
No, he's got to
And
keep moving so it doesn't fall asleep.
Text message. I went to BJ's all the time with my wife until we got married. Now we're a Costco family. Yeah. See? Things change. Things change.
I knew they knew what you meant.
Oh man. How about that? Well, that's gonna about do it for the show today here. That was a fun one. I enjoyed today.
That zipped right along.
Hopefully my voice will be cooperating more on Monday when we get back.
It's gotten a little better since I got here.
Yeah. The Dunkin' hot chocolate helped a little bit. I've been sipping water a little bit. No, that's not the best.
Yeah. I know your throat's not like sore, but
it's not sore. It's
you just lose your voice.
My voice is just like,
yeah.
And I feel like I'm a cough away from it going back to normal.
I know. That's what you said to me this morning. You're like, have you ever been so close that you think?
Yeah, I'm like, if I could just get a good cough in, I feel like it'll go right back to normal. Not yet. But appreciate you guys being with us this morning on the radio. Q92radio.com. If you were streaming us, if you watched us on Facebook, YouTube, and X, thank you. We appreciate it. And we'll be back on Monday to wake you up and start our first full week of March.
I love it. It's going to be so warm Monday.
Yeah, and when we come to work Monday, it's going to be the most beautiful weather Monday ever. I'll bet you Mark Johnson joins us from outside.
Oh, he might. I bet you he'll go under the gazebo or something.
He might be back at the gazebo. I remember our summer gazebo video calls.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. He's good for a gazebo visit. Yeah, Monday, we're looking at no rain. It's going to be just partly cloudy, mix of sun and clouds. 70 degrees, guys.
Oh, man.
70 degrees. But don't sleep on Sunday. Sunday's going to be 65 and really pleasant.
I call that a blind melon Monday. Get it?
No.
No rain? Blind melon?
Oh, my gosh. But I'm bumped.
We're a radio station. Come on.
Yes.
Come on. You ever hear Blind Melon, No Rain, Jake?
No.
I didn't think you did. It was a good song, though. Very famous music video with a girl in a bee costume.
That's how it starts. It's like
I was going to say, is that the song?
That's exactly.
Wow. It's like I just heard it.
Pretty much exactly how it sounds. So we're out of here. Nicolina's in here next. Keller after that. Ryan at night, because we are your live and locally owned radio station. And as I like to say, we're damn proud to be both.
We sure are. Thank you guys so much for waking up with us.
Catch you guys Monday. Jake, we're not going to see anybody for like 2 days. We're going on weekends. You know what I mean? We'll be back till Monday. Is there anything you'd like to say to all the listeners before we get out of here?
Love you. Bye.
There you go. Macklemore, Ryan Lewis. Don't forget Ray Dalton. Everyone seems to. Can't hold us. It's Q92.